So like some monsters you'll meet, like they're resistant to non-magical damage, or some are immune to non-magical. So like you can get a magical +1 sword. They're just going to cost a lot more.
Sure.
So speaking of which, Crimplin, we can just at least get this knocked out now because I didn't get it typed out beforehand. You're able to find a lot of different both magical or non-magical +1 swords. Cool. If you want to get them, the magical ones are right around 700 gold. The non-magical ones, like 250.
Yeah, I'll just stick with a non-magical.
A non-magical +1?
Yeah, that works for me right now. And now, is this just like a normal short sword, or?
Yeah, it's just, you just get +1 to attack and damage. But you can totally customize all you want looks.
Okay. Well, I was looking for like a poker, a rapier, but that's.
Oh, that's what you meant by poker.
Poker.
Yeah, you could totally get rapiers too. They're going to be roughly the same price, maybe a little bit closer to 300 gold, but you could probably talk them down.
Okay, I'll gladly do that.
Once again, the +1 non-magical. Yeah, because those ones are also finesse and are the D8s instead of the D6s. The only downside to them is that they're a rapier and they look kind of stupid.
Stabby.
You're stabbing versus slashing.
Well, it's only going to be one.
Still a short sword in the offhand?
Yeah. That's fine. Because I don't have enough to cover it anyways, all of it.
Let me move you guys back to the main screen. Hey, that way I'm not looking away when I talk. All right. Once Thrallus is back, we'll get started. Oh, crap. I gotta say, the battle chicken caught me off guard. But for some reason, it was something I was very prepared for. Like, as soon as you asked, I just pictured what would a battle chicken look like. And that's what I'm even just like, the metal talons, mwah, that's like the icing on the cake.
It's perfection.
Right. If you want, are you streaming right now? You listen to this?
Yeah, we're on.
Are we live? Or is it still on the light?
No, we're live.
We've just been talking this whole time?
Yeah.
Darn, I really enjoy watching the intros. I like that music. Also, our faces are just in the center of it.
Yeah, I changed it up. I figured while we're just talking, maybe we can see our faces a little bit more than just the board. And then the combat has more of the board.
Makes sense to me.
See, production value is slowly going up.
We shall go ahead and do a quick recap. So, if anyone was listening, we actually jumped ahead in time. It's been a couple days since where we left off. In our last adventure, you guys had left the bandit camp after slaying the bandit captain. His name was Pike. You never got to learn his name, but there, out of character, you learned it. Killing him, freeing the slaves, ransacking his house, taking the shit and heading back to town. When you got back, the nobles asked for all their gold and supplies back. Y'all basically told them to go screw off. They're happy that they have their lives. The poor people you felt really bad for, I believe you gave them a gold each? 2 gold each? It was 2 gold each. They were more than happy about that. The dwarves, you felt bad for them, especially because of how far they had to travel. You guys being in Talon's Guard, they were traveling all the way to the dwarven city of Wunderkeep. They ended up giving them a wagon, 2 horses. I believe one of you guys gave them some money. Was it Thandir?
Yeah.
Dolan and Thandir?
No, yeah, both of us.
There's a couple of you guys that were generous. They didn't get their favorite cover back though, so that's pretty upsetting.
We don't know where that's at. That's so sad.
Yeah, it just disappeared with their cart. That being said, you guys were able to go visit the court wizard. His name was Abbott. He is not the town's abbot. He's the town's wizard. Wait till you meet the abbot. His name's Wiz. Anyway, you asked him a couple different things. So, first one being about Dolan's artifact. Asking him about that, he was able to basically say, "Hey, honestly, I don't know much about it. There's not really a magical, influence with it." That being said, it reminded him of a lot of the goods that were traded along the East Coast in the city of Port Frederick, to the east of town. It's a couple-day journey there. He said there is an archaeologist there, pretty famous archaeologist, who would probably be able to answer more about the specific origin of it.
Did he give us the name?
No, there was not a name. He did not know his name. Yeah, it's Artie, the archaeologist. No, I don't know. Wizard did not know. You guys showed him the kind of the ceremonial blade that Crimplin found. After comparing it to some books that he had, he was able to tell that it was showing, it was more or less telling a story, telling the history of elves, or at least the true history of elves. Now, that being said, in the current history books, it just showed that elves split into wood elves and high elves, versus on this blade that you have, the scimitar, it actually shows them splitting into 3 different factions, including the Drow, or the Dark Elves, that most don't know about, and who, Crimplin actually belongs to. So it left you with some questions still about, you came from the north, but according to this blade, it looks more like the home of the Drow is actually on the other side of the Great Mountains. So just leaving you with some more, I guess, clues, maybe a potential adventure to go on. Let's see, going around, you talked about the markings that were left on Mabel, a familiar face that you guys found in the jail cell. Same face from Jim's wife back in Jimburg, who turned out to be a succubus. Showed him the mark. He told you that was the mark in the Order of the Unforgiven, which was a pretty popular cult centuries ago, who wanted to team up with demons because they believed that, no matter what, demons were going to take over, so might as well team up with them now to spare ourselves and spare our future children, and be on their side. It's mostly unknown, but this is the first time anyone's seen that symbol in a long time. You guys had left Mabel with the temple, I think at the Shrine of Pan, to make, to see if she comes back to life. Well, I guess not to life, or she comes out of the curse, the slumber she's in. Finishing up, this is kind of what happened out in Discord. So, where is he at? There we go. Henry's cursed ring. Talking through what happened with Albert Bumblehorn. Is that right?
Yes.
Bumblehorn. The wizard Abbott was able to remove the curse from the ring. Sadly, just initially visualizing the ring, studying it a little bit, you weren't able to really get much answer about how does this ring connect to Voldemort. But you did find inscribed on the inside of it the initials MMM. Lastly, Thandir talked with the wizard about his dream that he had, where he saw he's alone in a forest. Dark storm came through. Lightning struck a tree, leaving what appeared to be a rune carved staff. Asking around the temple, talking with some of the druids and the clerics, they pretty much told him that this was basically a vision, a divine vision given from their god. God does bear gifts on some of its more prompt followers. Some of the younger clerics were pretty jealous of your vision. Some of the older ones were pretty rejoiced because they too have gone on these pilgrimages, found them, but they said you got to get pretty close with your god. He should be able to leave you more clues. It really wasn't much more insight that they could give you on what it is, where it was at, or how to find it. It sounds like that's maybe something that you yourself have to discover. I believe that pretty much catches up some of the downtime stuff you guys did. I know Thrall spent a lot of time at the blacksmiths, a lot of time at the bars, ended up coming out with a nice sharper axe. Crimplin, on the other hand, just went and bought himself a nice sharp rapier. Thandir bought some battle chicken armor for Goose, as well as bought some green paint, in which him and Dolan were able to pimp out your ride. You now have a nice, you guys describe it. How'd you paint your car? What's it look like?
Dolan, you want to start it off?
Say it's we painted it green, right?
Yep.
Painted it green. I had the tarp that I have acquired repaired, so that way we have a cover over our wagon. I was just gonna say I wasn't sure. I mean, I know we named it.
We did. Yeah, we gave it a name. Right at the tailgate.
Did we paint it on the back too?
Yeah, on the back. Yeah, absolutely. So
What's the name?
We named it Betty.
Betty. I want to say.
Did you name it after my Jeep?
Maybe.
Okay.
And then I also put on the wagon cart wheels. I put I believe that's a brand called Mufflin, I think is what it's called. The brand of the tire is called Mufflin.
It's Mufflin.
I could be wrong there, but
I think you mean Michelin.
No, Mufflin. No, that's right.
It's definitely Mufflin. It's definitely Mufflin. Yeah,
definitely Mufflin. Okay, wow, great. All of a sudden, a dragon attacks and breaks your cart. Oh, that's crazy how that works.
Oh god!
Roll initiative, you all die.
All right, I'm loving it. Dolan, while we're here, I want you to roll me 4d6. Also, Henry, because you guys spent about 4 days in town so far, and you got the wizard's favor, he was able to spend about 2 days working with you, so you can just pick 2 of the spells from that list that you sent me. He probably wouldn't have charged you. He probably would have, once again, sat around, kind of enjoyed the time talking, reminiscing stories about Albert Bumblehorn. All 4s. Did you? Oh wait, one's a 2.
One's a 2.
So yeah, Henry, just discussing that time, he let you borrow kind of his old spell books. He has tons of them. Sadly, his time is pretty precious, but you were able to, in that time, get 2 of those for free, pretty much.
Okay.
Dolan?
Was that for my followers?
Correct. So
Yes.
each of the nights you were there, you've been able to just kind of, I feel like you'd be kind of tagging along with Thrallus, and most likely all of you guys would, just kind of testing out the different bars. You guys definitely have noticed Dolan being a little more absent from your guys' party, but really mingling, really getting along with some other people. Is there anything, though, I guess we didn't describe beforehand, is there like a symbol or a trinket or something that you would like leave with them? So like, for example, in my other campaign, I play out a character who's obsessed with his god, and he carries these little wood chips. They're like little like quarters with his god's symbol carved in them, and he just like gives them to people as he talks.
Yeah, I like that. I'd probably do that. Like, so like in my downtime, or like when we're doing stuff, like I just fiddle out whatever and just fiddle it and just like, hey, here you go.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me. We can just say you have like, you probably spend some time. You probably have like 50 of these little tokens, and just think sometime between now and the next game of what symbol you want to have on there.
Okay.
Could just be something like, let's see, do I have it?
Like a one-eyed chicken or something, or? Yes.
Could just look something just like that. A little Cthulhu head. Little mind flare. All right. I believe that was everything with people's downtime.
Were you gonna have me roll for the prayers or no?
Yeah, right. Go ahead. So do me. It was 4 days, so do 4 religion checks. And if you did them at the shrine, you can have them at advantage each.
Okay. Yeah, because I would have gone back and checked and see if there was any news with Mabel. So 4 religion checks, huh?
Yep, at advantage each. Ouch.
Yep. Let's get him out of the way now.
Oh man, what is
Get him out of the way now.
No.
Yep. Hey,
yeah.
doubled there.
Takes
I doubled there, guys. And yep, that's a whole lot of nothing. Those are all my bad rolls for tonight, guys. Right? That's positive thoughts, right?
RNG is not in Thandia's favor.
No, not at all.
Each time you've went and prayed, you can add 1 point. You can add 1 point.
Okay.
I'll give you one for that 12 because at least it was above 10.
Yeah.
But wow, none of your rolls actually were above 10 though. Like the roll on the dice.
Nope.
That's disgusting.
Yep.
I should put combat in this session just for fun. The city does get attacked by a dragon. Nah.
A big green dragon.
Honestly though, like you go each time to the shrine, you find a happy medium place, and for some reason just something is taking your attention away. Whether it's an acolyte kind of more like, hey, so this dream you had, that jealousy, like you can hear it in them almost to the point of like you're trying now to plan out prayers in between when this certain kind of naggy one, like let's say you develop like one person, younger female half elf, who's like really interested in this and really bothers you every single time you go there. Luckily, one of the 4 days you went, you were able to see that she wasn't there. You got in, you had a nice moment with Pan. While I didn't really answer any questions, you can feel kind of your spirit getting for her. And then that annoying acolyte came back. Let's call her anyone got a name? No more Dith.
Not Diff.
Not Dith. Nodith. We'll call her Nodith, the half-elf nature cleric. She's definitely a fan of you now, Thandir. So that being said, we'll pick up day 5. You guys are in the inn. You're sitting there. You guys have all woken up. You've all went down to the little bar area, ordered yourself some food. Sitting there talking, and Dolan, you feel something kind of tugging at your leg. You look down, you don't see anything, but you know.
Oh, Bud, you're back.
Everyone else kind of looks over and sees Dolan just talking to his foot.
Did you get what I asked? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Just 1 second. Crimplin. Just so you know, Leonard's back. He's like standing right beside you, so when he appears, don't freak out. So I'll just snap him into existence. And
you see Leonard. He is holding a small bag. On the outside of the bag, there's like some red stuff kind of on it. There's some blood on it, but he's got a small little bloody bag and he's holding it up to you.
And what looks like a smile, maybe? If a Quasit could smile.
A creepy little insect alien smile. Do you take said bag?
This was something that Leonid and I had been discussing, and we thought that this would be something that you might want.
A bloody. Sure. And I'll pick it up quizzitively. What
do you open it?
What is this?
It's still closed.
Yeah, I'll start opening it.
You see some familiar blue sand.
Is this what I think it is?
Yes, Leonard and I both thought that we know that we have a long road ahead of us, and we wanted to do something for you, so that way we don't have to worry about what that blue sand may or may not have been. This way we have it, and it's not a question that we have to worry about.
That's so awesome! Brawlers, check this out! I'll blow it in his face.
Why'd you blow that shit?
This was the quest that I sent Leonard on.
Oh, I'm gonna use this. Appreciated. I'll get your next couple drinks for you.
And like outside of campaign, like I just felt like Dolan and Crimplin like haven't had like that bro moment kind of thing. So like I wanted to like kind of like have that like to like, kind of win your favor in a sense.
Yeah, you're good. Right.
I could use that blue sand in my magic.
This is get your own sand, guy.
I want all of you guys to roll me quick history.
Chloroform.
I want you guys to all roll me quick history checks though, while you're sitting here drinking and eating and bromancing over the sand. Wow.
Sorry, I've been drinking. Where's history?
Wow. Yeah, Thander, you definitely got your bad roll out of the way.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's towards the top. It's below deception.
It's in alphabetical order, if that helps.
Yeah, my history is low.
So Dolan's not really paying attention, but all of the rest of you, especially Thander, he was actually the first one to say something. The last time you saw this bag of sand, a very a little human-looking girl was playing with it, and the bag wasn't bloody when you saw it last. That's all.
So, the liquid on the outside, huh? I don't recall that. I wonder if this sand has magical properties. I don't know. Henry, you want to check it out?
I'm going to say that's probably not magical, but yeah, if you want to have Henry check it out, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna cast sleep on everybody.
I did tell Leonard.
Sleep using the sand.
Do you really?
No.
Is this happening? Okay, I'll say I can make you roll for it.
I was gonna say I did tell Leonard to do whatever he needed to get it. So there may be a body that needs to get buried.
So this could be something. Oh, here, Thrallus, why don't you lick it? What does it taste like?
I'll give you a gold.
Is it like ketchup or something?
I don't know, but I'll just let it go. I'm just excited for this sand.
In the middle of all this conversation, you guys do notice through the door as like just a patron, little half-orc man walks through. You see a bluebird fly over his shoulder, do like 3 laps inside, and then fly right back out the door.
Thander, did you see that?
Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure, Dolan, that was the sign, wasn't it? That we were supposed to correct me if I'm wrong.
I feel pretty confident on that.
Yeah, we should probably go check and see what, I mean, if you guys want to come along, I had them send a bird if they found out any information or cured your girlfriend, Thrallus, so, just...
If you want to see her.
If you want to see her, it might be nice to kind of show up once in a while, but you do you.
Who?
Man. Your girlfriend, Miss Batwings.
Who?
Mabel.
I've been drinking a lot.
Mabel.
Oh.
It was a kiss.
The kiss.
Relax. Oh, Thrallus. Oh, just relax.
Yes. I mean,
You want to tag along, Thrallus? Can you,
yes.
hold it together long enough?
I'm sure he can hold it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Anybody else you guys want to tag along? And then I think maybe we should meet back up with Captain Israel.
I'm good with that. I'll head over there.
Yep.
I'm curious.
I'm gonna head that way then.
I'll make sure to keep Rallis in line.
While I walk in there, I'll put my hood up so I can't. I won't be. Hopefully, Nadith won't see me and pester me. But
Nadith. You guys start heading back to the shrine. You're getting pretty familiar, at least with this side of the city. I'd say you got like, just because like the downtime activities you guys had, you really didn't go much into like the garden area up near the actual castle. Other than, I guess, Henry, when he went to go study with the wizard. You didn't really go much into the slums either, but you head from the market district where you've been staying to like the more religious district. Make your way to the familiar shrine of Pan. And you actually see more people kind of gathered there than the last couple times you've went. One of them sees you guys coming up and rushes over to you. It's a younger man, a younger human actually. And he's like, "Thank heavens you guys are here. She is frantic."
Oh.
And
Okay.
like turns around and starts walking, like, ushers you guys to hurry up.
Go. We'll hurry up then.
So you guys all walk over and like where like the fountain is in the middle of it. You guys see a couple people almost like in a big circle, and you hear yelling as you get up. You see her, Mabel, like not like screaming at the top of her lungs, but she's just like, "Don't touch me! Stay back!" As like people are trying, and like she's like kind of like moving out of the way, almost like a scared cat. Like people like trying to like capture like a cat or like a wild animal, and she's not like foaming at the mouth or nothing, but she's like telling people to back off, get away from her. She's asking a lot of questions. Who are you people? How'd I get here? Blah blah blah. She's really frantic.
I'm gonna step up and say to her, "Do you recognize any of us? We were the ones that were trying to heal you in the camp."
Who are you?
I'm Thandir, and these are my companions, my travel friends. We were trying to cure you back at the bandit camp. We just want to know how you ended up there.
What bandit camp?
Okay.
What's the last thing you remember?
Where am I?
What's the last thing you remember?
You see her like kind of like looking at everyone. She like kind of like drops her shoulders a little bit. She's like, "I remember going out to the chicken coop. I talked to a stranger, someone who hadn't been in town before, and now I'm here."
Do you know what year it is?
I don't. Do you?
Many years have passed. Everyone you know is dead. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Good.
No,
I can't wait to get home to my husband.
Yeah, about that.
Who's your husband again?
Jim. I don't know if I gave him a last name. He's part of. We live in Creston, but he likes to call our property Jimburg. Where am I? No one's telling me.
We're in the capital. We brought you to a temple of healing. When we found
Talon's. She like looks around, like her eyes get huge.
Yes.
She's like, "I've never been to the capital before."
Well, now you have.
How did I get here?
I carried you.
Yeah.
You just see that look of panic get back to her face. You what?
No. It's okay. It's okay. He didn't. He carried you over his back. You were unconscious or passed out, or you clearly didn't remember where you
And
were.
severely injured. So you're welcome.
Do you remember the stranger that you talked to before going to the chicken coop? What he looked like, or she looked like?
It was a he. I don't remember much. He had a really nice smile, but I mean, that's all I remember.
That counts me out.
No, he didn't look like you. He was human. It was a human, older gentleman, and I just remember his smile. He didn't really say much. asked, it was early in the morning, and
Did you kind of feel lured in by him?
Not really. She kind of you see her kind of she sits down, you can see she's kind of weak. At this point, now that you guys are kind of here talking, most of the people who are kind of circling her has kind of walked away.
So, I don't know exactly what happened. I just know that we found you. I'm going to say that the last thing you probably remembered has probably a lot to do with the last person that you saw. So you probably got charmed or something, and something bad happened to your husband. I think that guy probably did something bad to your husband. So
she's like, Jim?
Yeah, you may be a widow now. I'm sorry.
You see her just melt. And
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
She just starts sobbing.
We did what we could to try to save him, but we did not get there in time.
I'll pull out the succubus arm, or the wing.
Well, we tried to kill you too, but obviously that didn't work out.
What? Well, tears in her eyes. And then she looks at Cribble. What is that? Is that some kind of bat?
Yeah, you turned into that.
I did what?
We killed whatever looked like you but had these wings.
So I'm thinking that whoever you met in the chicken coop probably took your identity. And, yeah.
I mean, it didn't have wings. It wasn't
Well, when we first saw you, you didn't have wings either. And then...
I don't have wings.
Right, but...
I don't have... You see her just when she reached back to show you that she doesn't have wings, she just goes, and what happened to my back? And she just goes back into the sobbing cry now of just pain in her heart and pain in general.
Do you remember if this person chanted anything or gave you a specific item?
I don't remember. Hey, you just see her collapse.
Oh, Henry, can you do anything like wizardry, read her mind, or anything? Do something weird? Kind of like that thing you have that you tried to make me smile with.
She put a smile on her face now that she's laying on the ground.
Yeah, she's she passes out, faints.
Smiling.
Use that wand to make her look like she's happy.
You guys are kind of discussing, hey, can you do this? Can you read that? Oh, what about your wand? A couple of the acolytes and druids kind of run to her, and they're like, I'm thinking it's been a while since she's eaten anything. Is there something you guys need from her? If not, we can just keep looking after her until maybe she calms down a bit.
Which one of you is leading and helping with all this?
The younger man that came and got you.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to him and say, I want you to take I'm gonna hand him 30 gold, and I'm gonna tell the younger acolyte, make sure she's well taken care of, guide her towards, our god Pan. Maybe she might find some solace there. With everything that's been going on, perhaps maybe Pan might be able to guide her in some way. And then at that point in time, make sure that if she needs safe passage back to her land of Jimburg, that she gets back there safely.
Is there any way that the druids can send us information, or if she needs information from us to send us a messenger bird or something that we can maybe communicate that way with her, so that way
one of them actually, one of the older druids was I'm pretty sure, or no, actually I guess it'd be one of the older clerics, was we can send messages just magically.
Okay. And I mean, if she has questions for us, by all means reach out to us.
Okay.
We're only a spell away.
Okay.
Well thought.
We're
Thrallus.
done here.
Wallace, what if you were to kiss her again? Maybe that'd wake her up.
Let's not do that, Thrallus. Let's
Like a sleeping.
let her sleep. You know, she's had a very traumatic experience.
What if
She's about
that's
to have another.
Gonna get banned from 2 cities.
Can everybody leave the room for a few minutes? Like, I'm just gonna.
The magical part was when she kissed me, not when I kissed her.
Well, then we shall wait till she gets up and you can try to kiss her again. I'm just trying to get her alive. That's fine. We can move on. Let her heal.
I think she's in good hands, Crimplin.
Yeah, she should be fine.
I have faith. So,
okay.
should we meet with Captain Israel? Go find out our next quest
Let's
or
go.
adventure we're going on here?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
I'm gonna tip 2 gold to Pan's fountain, and on the way that when we leave. So
Jesus, you can give them that much gold. You can give some to me too.
I'm gonna go take that 2 gold.
please don't. Stop.
You know, they don't even,
I
they don't
can
even
bring you cold
stop
beer.
Thrallus. Like, he's just so, like, just has this natural intimidation to him. They're all just like, as he just fishes up beer money.
I'm gonna look at Thrallus and be like, really? Put it back.
Well, you know, with the adventures we have, you still light elves there like to throw the money around. I figured you would have changed that by now.
Light elves and dark elves.
All right, pointy ears. If you must be that way,
That's
I want
not-
you to know people might recognize me here. Hence why my hood is up. So
That's
we
'cause-
should be leaving. And I'm giving it in solace of my god Pan. So
Give
there's money that
all-
is not meant to be spent.
Get all your fame from giving gold. That's fine.
I'm taking
That's
in
fine if that's what
solace
you'd like to
of
believe.
Typical. Let's
As you're
get
walking out,
going.
you hear, bye, Fandir. Bye. You see
Oh my gosh.
the young
I'm gonna kind of
like,
pull my cloak a little bit tighter over my face. Let's go, guys! Come on!
Do you have a fangirl?
Dolan, shut up!
God, he's got a fangirl. That's awesome.
I'm just gonna keep walking.
About your
as
quest when you
fast
get
as I
back.
can.
Bye.
I'll make sure he comes back and talks to you, sweetheart.
I'm gonna turn around and go. And I'm gonna do a quick gesture to Dolan as I keep walking.
All
This is gonna be
right.
fun.
So you guys make your way back to Captain Israel's kind of outpost. See a familiar, person working the door, lets you in. He's used to seeing you guys at this point. You head in and see him. He goes, you just see a big smile on his face. He's like, so you're here, which means one of 2 things. Means you're gonna help me out, or it just means you're leaving. You have the common courtesy to at least stop by and say bye.
Bye.
Deuces. No. I think we wanted to come by and talk to you about what. Okay, out of campaign, would we have already had the conversation of like all the quests and we already know where we're headed, or?
No, you guys haven't decided yet where you're heading. Like, you all know, like, everything that I typed up in the little quests thing have just been all the kind of the plot hooks. But
So like those are the things that the captain has told us already,
no,
or
they're just individual things that have happened.
okay. All right.
The only thing that the captain tells you, the reason you're here now, is that he just asked you to come back and speak with him, which is what you guys are doing.
Okay. All right. So, I think we are probably here to say goodbye for now, but we will be back.
Is there something you need help with, though? Let's see what he has to offer us first.
So, not me specifically. Honestly, you guys taking out Pike and his bandit crew did a lot for us. Freed up a lot of my men. Well, freed up what would have taken my men. I was just gonna say we've had a nuisance like about a week's travel south of here in Dante's Vineyard. And so I didn't know where the winds were taking you guys next, but if you were heading south to the southeast of here is a city called Dante's Vineyard. Like I said, like I've told you guys, like Magnus has told you guys, most of our troops are along the western border fighting right now. Dante's Vineyard has stopped allowing outsiders in, including me and my men. They've had a private militia take over there. I haven't gotten any reports of things going wrong, but even like they're our number one exporter of wine, and we have not received a shipment in who knows how long. We sent someone down there, and they won't even let in traders or merchants or anyone. They've just exiled themselves from everyone. So I was just hoping if you went that way, maybe you could give me some information about what's going on there. If you guys think it might be a threat. Everyone that's come back to me has just told me that there's no word of injustices going on there, but damn it, they're still part of this kingdom. Therefore, they need to abide by our laws.
We can definitely help you with that. I think the wind is going to carry us east for now. But like I said, we will be back. You haven't seen the last of us.
East. Okay. Well,
I think
You wouldn't happen to know any archaeologists, would you?
not really into that kind of thing.
Cool, thanks.
Bye.
Wallace, the man of many words.
Bye.
Easy there.
Well, do you have a map of this area? A better map that we can see?
He goes, yeah, if you look over there, and he points, he's got like one of those big like warboard kind of things, you know what I'm talking about? Kind of like the little pegs on them. So it's actually, basically it's the big map that you guys see as your loading screen, with all the major cities marked. You see a lot of like little troops kind of like along the mountains.
Would I see like Port Frederick and Dante's Vineyard and all that on there?
Yeah, so like what I'm sharing with you guys right now in Discord. Yeah, you'd be able to see all those towns, all those establishments.
Well, let our group talk and strategize here. Let us look at your map here, okay?
Yeah, no problem. Feel free.
Dolan, didn't you say something about your relic?
Yeah, the archaeologist is actually out east at Port Frederick, and I feel kind of this is the most information that I've had in regards to this relic, and I haven't really shared with you guys like the importance of this relic. This was the only thing that was left after my lover was taken. When I came back, he was taken from me, and this was the only thing that was left. It's not something that we owned. It's not something that we had. I feel like it's a message or a warning or something or a clue to where he may be, and that's why I feel drawn to going that way. Like I said, this is the most information that I've ever had in regards, and this is the closest that I've been to figuring this out.
That would be wouldn't be bad to go that way. Thrallus, isn't there something you're supposed to do over here in the west? I believe
It's that carnival.
Kingsville, right here on the map.
The Crucible.
Yeah.
Yes, the carnival.
Yeah, the carnival.
Yeah.
It's got those active.
Yeah, but nobody's ever beaten it.
You will.
We are closer to the east. We're closer to this area than we are down there.
Yeah, I say we should. We could either go to Port Frederick first and then go to Dante's Vineyard, or go to Dante's Vineyard and backtrack to Port Frederick.
I don't know about Threllis, but it's been a while since I've seen the water, and that would be another really nice thing, just for us both being sailors, to kind of have that route kind of reestablished one more time.
The smell.
Right.
Then why don't we head there? Maybe I can find more about my map. Maybe I can look. Henry, maybe you can find more about those letters as well.
Yes, I'm trying to examine that now, or that's on my mind right now as well.
And you, Sandir, do you just want to pay someone to cab you over there?
All right. Sure. Yeah, that'd be fine. We can definitely do that. I mean, if you would like, pointy ears. I mean, just because I come from a privileged family doesn't mean that I can't share that and be, nice per se. But
And then on our travels, we need to be aware of people speaking, or keep a sign out for that symbol of the Unforgiven.
Yeah, definitely. Outside of the campaign, I got a question for you, Brian.
Yeah.
So, the Dante's Vineyard, that's the one that they're kind of like having they're boarding themselves up, not letting anybody in, right?
They have sealed themselves off from the rest of the kingdom.
Mercenaries.
If there happened to be a bat that flew over, would he be able to kind of like survey the area a little bit and kind of have an idea of like, basically more or less, can I send my Quasit down there and kind of like
Sure.
get us some intel before we head back that way?
Is there a range on that?
The only
No.
so he has the invocation pact of the Chainmaster, which means as long as his familiar is on this plane of existence, he can look and see and talk through it.
Anywhere, no matter how far away he is. That's how I knew what he was doing. Like, even though while he was gone.
It's insane. It's such a great tool. It's just a trade-off because there's a lot of other invocations you could take. Yeah, warlock shit. The only thing you can totally do that. The only thing is each one of these squares on this map is about a day's travel.
I mean, he'd still have a head start on us. And by the time that he got there, and if we started to head our way down there, he would at least have information, or gathering information as we get closer.
That's your call, man.
So, I mean, he's already been successful in getting blue sand. I'm just saying that he's a
He bring you the bag that was last seen with the little girl. He brought you the bag covered in blood. Just throwing that out there.
That was my test to make sure that he's able to, like, do what is asked of him from me, and he's proven that. So I think having Leonad scout ahead to Dante's Vineyard, we would have intel ahead before we even make our way down there.
Your call.
I mean,
I'm saying it's up to you. If you say yes, you can do it.
I mean, I just want the group to be in the same consensus, because basically, if he does that, I don't have him with us. So if we do have to camp through the night, that's one less alarm system that we have, kind of help watch us while we sleep.
So are you telling us this? Because then we can decide that.
Yes.
Then. All right.
Yeah. No. This was me talking to you guys like the entire time. Like, this is something that I can do. Have Leonard do for us.
I mean, if you send him down for future intel, we definitely can take care of scouting for ourselves. I have a new weapon. Looks like Thrallus has a sharp weapon, and
I've got a wand.
And Henry's got a wand.
I apparently have gold, so I mean that's always a positive.
And Sandir here can just pay our way in.
Yeah, I mean that's always positive, right? Thanks, pointy ears.
You're welcome. So if you want to do it, I vote for you choose. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to see what we're going up against once we get there. If we really do have a long travel to get to the port, then we could probably we can probably get a lot of information on the back.
I'm saying that's so. I just the con is that we don't have him with us at night, watching us or help watch while we sleep. So as long as we're good with that, I don't mind. I mean, he's proven.
I've got spells for that.
Okay, then if everyone's in agreement, then I will send Leonard ahead, and he can start making his way down to the vineyard.
I'm fine. I only sleep for a couple hours. I don't need long.
All right, so be it. So we're going to send Leonard ahead to Dante's Vineyard. So while we're traveling, he's heading that way. We're going to head to Port Frederick, and once he gets there, he can start sending me information.
Sounds good.
Since we have a wagon, will travel go slightly faster or slower?
Yep. That's each one of those is a day on foot. So like a horse drawn with a wagon, you can probably do 1.5 to 2, depending on how much you want to push the horses.
How many horses we have again? 4?
I think 2, 3. You gave
3.
some away.
3. We had 6 because we have 3 with the other cart, and then we had 3. So we technically have 4. Because I can do horse Thandir and help pull. It'll tire me out, but
You only need 2 horses to pull.
Okay.
All right. I don't know what's happening right now, and I see a lot of giggles.
We're talking about killing the chicken.
nothing. Don't worry about it. All good. All good.
Keep the side conversations for after, before. All right. So you guys finish up in your map room. You guys head back to the inn. Pay off any debts you owe. Gather all your supplies. Is there anything else you'd like to do before you leave the city and get started on this adventure? It's still pretty early in the morning, so
I was gonna get some health potions. I don't know how much they are, but I guess that was part of my downtime.
I think they're only like, less than 100 gold. Let me double check really quick. Sorry, go ahead.
Gather rations for the travel.
Yeah.
Do we have tents, or would we need tents if we wanted to camp, or would the wagon be enough space for the 5 of us to sleep in?
I think you guys bought tents already.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought we did too.
Yeah, we have them.
Yeah, so you can just throw all your shit in the wagon, and between the wagon, your tents, you guys buy some rations. Health potions are about 50 gold a pop.
We need a pony keg.
You have the little keg still, I think, of for some of you guys from the
We gotta get it
original
refilled.
The flaming dragon.
Yes.
So you guys stock up on rations, you stock up on alcohol, you got your tents, your travel supplies. Just to let you guys know, and I think Israel would have explained this to you guys, between here and the port is actually a little more, it's not urban, like it's not like it's city the whole way, but like when you guys came from the farm coming in, it was really just dispersed camping and like some traders. There's a lot of small towns and stands and trade areas, so it's a lot heavier, like heavier populated. So they're like, you could essentially find an inn almost every time, like every night while you travel, or you could still choose to sleep outside.
Okay.
Like from here, like from the capital to like the largest port in the kingdom is very commerce. Like there are tons of travel, tons of businesses and trades and etc.
I think the only other thing that I would probably do is just have that kind of like conversation with Leonid, like, be safe, be careful, like report back to me, like if anything goes sideways, whatever, like, do what you need to do and just make sure that, you get there.
Yeah. And just to remind you, it'll take him about 7 days to get there, it looks like. He can't communicate with you. Like you would just have to check in.
Just check in. Okay. All right. I'll just, I'll tell him that I'll check in with him dawn of every night. And just to,
Oh, even while we're in the cart, you could still probably check in with him.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Cart looks like it's ready. think
Leonardo's on his way.
think we should roll out and get this travel going here. You get your health potions there, Crimplin?
I think he's getting them right now.
Yeah, he just left to go get his health potions. Or to go empty his health potions, I should say. Yeah, you guys get loaded up. You get your horses together in the Betty wagon. And you guys start heading out of town. It's a nice day. It's gonna be a couple day journey. Let me open this up. So you guys are on. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. I closed out of it. So on horseback with a wagon. There we are.
So we still have 4 horses.
I think so. Yeah, because there were. There were 5 horses at the stables. You guys gave 2 to the dwarves, so you have 3 horses. 2 are pulling the cart. 1 is not pulling the cart.
So who's riding the separate horse?
Well, I mean, Thrallus is pretty skilled at that, so.
I mean, he has leaped off a horse.
He's really good at jumping off of them.
And I think it's probably be best for one of us to be on the horse, like myself or Thrallus being, one of the bigger of the 2. So we're not like weighing down the cart more than what it already is. It actually wouldn't be a bad idea to have Thrallus on the horse too, because in case anything happens, he can kind of ride right out ahead of us.
Jump off the horse and chop someone's head off.
Yes, make sure to save the blood because I'm gonna need vials of that. Thanks.
So you guys are you start heading out. Like I said, it's a nice day. Looking at the map, it's about a 7 to 8 day walk. I'll say you guys on your horseback can probably do it in about 5. Just at the good tempo you're moving, unless you want to stop, observe some things along the way. Israel does give you guys the heads up. I'm looking here on the map. While there's a lot of like small villages and towns and townships along the way, there is one pretty big, almost like checkpoint. It's actually like a military checkpoint. It's a more militarized city called Gastonia. While it's not like a big city like for population, it's a very big military presence there. Basically every cart, every shipment, everyone traveling who comes from the port and is heading to the major city, to Talonsgard, has to stop there. It's almost like think of like a border, right? Like a
checkpoint almost.
Yeah, like passing through the border. It's very heavily militarized. Now, luckily for you guys, I mean, you're not carrying anything illegal with you. At least not that I know of, unless someone did something shifty while I was gone. So like, you feel free, you can pass right through it, but just keep that knowledge just in case, because I know you guys love making smart decisions. So just for common knowledge, you guys would all know that there's that checkpoint there. It's about half.
So we need to roll initiative as soon as you roll up, right?
Got it.
Hopefully not.
That would be bad.
I'm fine. I got a new weapon.
Little girl with yellow sand. She's going down.
Wait, there's yellow sand? All right.
All right. First day of travel. Everyone roll me. Who's driving the cart? Who's riding the extra horse? Who's just hanging in the cart? What's the order look like here?
I'm hanging in the cart.
I can drive the cart.
I'll be on the extra horse.
Looking all majestic.
I'll sit up front with Ender.
Crimplin, you in the back of the cart with Henry?
I'm in the back with Henry.
All right. First day, really easy travel, just leaving the city. You left around noon. It's just nice blue skies. See some friendly faces along the way. You see some ugly faces. Dolan, you actually see a couple Dragonborn, like, coming by. Nothing like too fancy or nothing, but just you haven't seen a lot. And it's like, others.
We do exist.
Most of the ones that you walked by were like both gold and red. You haven't seen any blue ones, though. But just interesting there. So Is there anything you guys specifically want to do on the first day, or just kind of let it pass by?
Obviously, like, having my companion, like, that far away from me, I'm probably just gonna mother him a little bit and kind of just check in every so often, just, see through his eyes, like, okay, how we doing, bud?
So the other thing with him being in bat form, and I didn't think about this last time, it's technically he's blind as shit. He actually just has echolocation. So anytime that you look through him, you're actually looking through blind sense. So like it's almost like you're looking through like a radar, right? Like you can just kind of see like all the obstacles around you, but he's flying.
More or less, like when I say like see through him, just like, hey, you good? Like everything fine? Okay, good.
Yeah, you just check through him. Hey, are you alive? All right, he's alive.
Right.
Well, it's hard to tell like where he's at and really what's around him, because all you're really seeing is just kind of like shapes.
But I mean,
now, like you could always like turn into him and then have him like turn back into a quasit and have normal vision, or turn into a toad.
Right. Okay. Like have him like stop real quick. Okay, let's like just survey. Let's see what's going on.
If you want to,
okay.
Or you can just go. Okay, is he alive? Yep, he's alive. All right, snap back out of it.
That's probably more or less what I'll probably be doing. It's just okay. Is he still moving? All right, good.
Knowing that we're going to a port, my neck is going to be longer than normal, and I'm just going to keep my eyes on the horizon until I get to see the sea.
I'd probably have the same, like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? I mean, especially as a kid. I mean, I'm going to just naturally just, wait, no. Oh.
I'm gonna, as we're driving there, I'm gonna study my book of lore that I have to try figuring out more about this MMM.
So, Henry, you learn a lot from the wizard. I'm just gonna interrupt him as he's trying to study.
Yes, I learned.
I'm like, what?
Here, you want to put on this cursed string?
Ooh, curse.
It says,
Do you think it makes you hungry?
Technically, the curse was removed from it.
No, I know. It says MMM. He also taught me a spell or two. He's taught me 2 spells, I should say, not a spell or 2.
2, huh?
Could that not be www?
It could be www, but for some reason the dots are like it's like m.m.m. Or it could be like W***W**.
So you remember that ring we stole, or gave back, that had the feather on it?
Yes.
I learned that spell, and I can make many rings.
Oh. Now that's the one that climbs mountains?
No, well, it helps you fall, not to your death.
So if you cast it, you fall, but softly?
You won't hit the ground as hard.
Do I hear this? Brian, do I hear this conversation happening?
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
yeah. You can. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to give Crimplin a shove to see, because I heard that in the talking about that. See if I can just shove him out of the wagon real quick. See if that spell can click in.
Okay, so what is okay, how are we gonna do this? First off, roll a sleight of hand.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna fail this terribly, but let's do this.
No, this is just gonna see if he gets a reaction or not. 10. What's your passive perception, Crimplin?
15.
So you totally see Thandir try to push you. So, Thandir, roll me athletics.
Right.
Crimplin, roll me acrobatics to see if you can dodge it out of the way.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. You're like, ha ha ha. You go to push him, and like you almost fall over when you do.
What are you reaching for?
Nothing. There was something in the back there. I know there was a bug or something. I was just trying to save you. That's all.
Oh,
But anyway, before you did that, it'll help us fall slower if we have to go by on a cliffside or anything like that. I just wanted to be prepared for any climbing we would have to do.
Or jumping off of a cliff.
that sounds like
that too.
that sounds like it would be cool.
The only thing, it's hard to explain.
Can we
But-
torture people with that spell?
Ooh, I bet we
cast
could.
Cast it on them without them knowing, and then push them off a cliff.
Tell us or we'll push you. I like it. Tie a rope around them, of course.
They've been kind of like Russian roulette, the rings or whatever. I'm like, this may be the ring that saves you. We don't know.
We could, but it's not a ring; it's a spell.
Damn.
I could make the ring though, and then the other spell, it just makes you go unconscious.
Unconscious.
What spell's that? What'd
The
you pick up?
hypnotic pattern.
Unconscious, eh?
I was almost hoping I was gonna pick which ones, but I'm like, I'll let him pick them. I was hoping you were gonna get enlarge reduce. That is a great spell, especially having a fighter around.
I was gonna
Just makes him a size larger. He doubles in size.
I was gonna get it for the chicken,
Oh my gosh!
but since you said two, I'm like, I really should take Featherfall and hypnotic.
It's like I should take the ones that aren't memes.
Where
All right, you guys make
Griffin
it through
could
the first
ride the
day.
chicken.
You guys have some fun banter, just talking about like some of the new things you've learned, some of the new things you've done. First night comes by. Do you want to try to push it to make it to like an inn, or do you want to just camp off the road?
I think camping off the road is fine.
If we're tired,
yeah,
let's hang out.
So yeah, we really haven't roughed it.
Yeah. So you guys kind of just pull over. You actually see it's like, and now it's getting kind of dark, and this is such a heavily trafficked road. There's actually lots of like, you can see like campfires along the road. As like, it's really normal for people to just kind of pull off. It gives you kind of like a good secure feeling, like, okay, we're probably not going to find a lot of bandits, or there might be a wandering beast or something like that. But you guys pull over. You park it for the night. Who's staying watch? Anyone staying watch?
I'll take the first watch.
I'm gonna cast alarm on the wagon
Okay.
for a car alarm.
I love it.
In case somebody tries to hijack our mufflin tires.
It's gonna be audible.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
I'll
guessing
take-
the two elves will just switch off. So you guys only need half a night's sleep.
Sounds good.
Easy enough. First night goes by like a breeze. You guys wake up, no issues. You see, like, you guys, like, you're used to waking up pretty early, but like when you wake up, it looks like you almost overslept because there's already, like, roads are already so busy. Like, there's just so many people traveling on them. But it's still pretty early in the morning. Like, the sun's barely rising up. You just gather there's a lot of heavy traffic on this, no matter what time of day it is. The Route 66 of Townsguard.
Route 66.
Let's make some food here quick, and let's get going.
I'm good with that.
Second day goes by. Another pretty slow one. About halfway through the third day, you're guessing at this speed you'll be able to make it to Gastonia. But you're moving. It's pretty damn boring. Sundown starts to come. Once again, you're actually kind of a little bit further away from the cities, so I'm gonna say there actually isn't an inn. But like as you're finding a place to rest, I want everyone to roll me a perception check.
I can see something. Oh my.
I'd say everyone but Thandir.
I'm steering the cart wherever it's trying to
the
take
cart.
me, man.
No idea where I'm going.
No, you're focused on the road. There's literally one road, but the rest of you guys, like as you're trying to find somewhere to stop, you actually hear music. Like you hear some drum, like a nice little drum beat. You hear some lutes. You hear someone singing in a really strange language. Dolan, you understand just about every word they're saying. They're singing in Draconic.
Ooh, I hear it too.
Oh, do you just know Draconic?
I sure do.
Okay, well, both of you guys do. The rest of you guys, you're like, oh, what is this strange music going on?
I love this song.
But you hear it coming ahead on the left. Everyone but the person driving the cart hears it, so.
We need to head towards the music. I want to see what's going on.
What music are you speaking of? That sound that I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's draconic. Like, my people were there.
Oh.
There could be more Dragonborn.
This isn't like that pile of snakes we ran into the other week.
Would be much hotter than that, but yeah.
I hope not. Those snakes would not move.
No,
Oh, they were moving. They were moving. They're just not out of the way.
They were grooving to a beat for sure.
As you guys are pulling up, you kind of see the scene now. It's actually like two or three, I'd say now, three different covered wagons, kind of like in a circle with a bonfire in the middle, and this motley little band that's all gathered around in it. And like as you're pulling up, you actually hear, well, in just common, someone say, no, you played it all wrong. You were supposed to play it this way. And you hear something on the lute. You're playing it this way. You hear something that sounds identical to what he just played on the lute. And then you hear, you don't see, but you hear another voice go, I know what I'm doing and I can play it any way I want, damn it. As you're pulling up, you can see the scene even better. You see a dragonborn, 4 gnomes, and a dwarf. As you look to see, painted on the sides of each of their wagons is it says Heart of a Dragon. And they see you guys pulling up, and the dragonborn goes, look at that, your shitty plane has attracted visitors. Can we help you? Or can we camp in peace?
I heard the music and I heard the words, and obviously being Dragonborn, I had to see what was going on.
Typical groupies, they always want to hang out with us. Yes, it's us, Heart of a Dragon.
Oh.
None of you guys have ever heard of this, by the way. No one. I don't even have to have you roll history checks. No one has ever heard of this band before.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing. Sorry.
Heart of a Dragon? Yeah, Heart of a Dragon. We're like the biggest traveling band. They're just the biggest traveling band there is.
Well, we're new to the area, so that's probably why we haven't heard of you, I guess.
And like the goes, oh, haven't heard of us. He's got his little bongos. He's like, that was a funny joke. They probably just want autographs. Yeah, autographs.
Yeah, I don't need anything. What do you guys do again?
Like they just look dumbfounded. They're like, once again, the Dragonborn kind of sit in the middle of this weird motley crew of band geeks, I guess. Is like, we're a traveling band. We're Heart of a Dragon. We're on our biggest tour ever, going port to port, city to city, playing our draconic music.
Draconic music.
I think one of my spells need a Heart of a Dragon.
Hey,
Crumplin.
Yeah.
Crumplin. Why am I getting the sensation in my boots to kick something?
These little tiny Magnuses. There's a bunch of them.
much smaller Magnus.
Tiny Magnuses. We're all Magnus. They're like, you really don't know who we are.
I mean, I'm sure you guys are very talented. I mean, we wouldn't have pulled over if we weren't at least intrigued by the music. But no, like I said, we're new to the area. We haven't heard of you yet, but we have now.
I think I would have remembered kicking those small people.
Yeah, I think I would remember that more than the noise you guys were putting out.
Well, this is different. We're not used to people not knowing who we are. I really don't know how to react to this. Would you like to camp with us? We can play you some songs.
I mean, I vote yes.
I don't know. I didn't think it sounded that good, but maybe it's just me.
Do you got alcohol?
Do you have wine?
You see a big crackly smile. He's like, "Of course we have alcohol and wine." And they pull back one of the covers, and literally one of the three is just kegs. They're like, what kind of traveling band doesn't bring their own alcohol? They're like, but no shows are free. 1 gold each.
I'll cover it.
You get to tap the kegs too.
Well, Heart of Dragon sounds like they might be a great band. Thrallus, let's go see how much this gold gets us.
So I'm gonna turn to Thrallus and Cripplin and just go, it gets better with alcohol.
The Dragonborn goes, well, I guess I'll introduce ourselves. This is Heart of a Dragon. I'm Leopold. That's Angus, Pangus, Fangus, Rangus. And that's Dot.
And Dot.
Dot's the dwarf. They all go, "Aye." He goes, "Aye." He's like, and this is one of our classics. And like all the gnomes start strumming on their little tiny lutes. They look like little ukuleles. Like some of them are a little bit different sizes to try to get some different I guess pitches out of them. Dwarfs back there bongoing it up. The Dragonborn singing, they're pretty damn good.
If you know Draconic.
Yeah, I mean, even like for those that don't know Draconic, just like, have you ever listened to like a song like almost like instrumental, right? Or something that's in another language. And you're just like when what was it, Oppa Gangnam Style? When that came out, everyone was Gangnam Style. And you don't have to know the lyrics to be able to
you just get
tap into it. I want all of you guys to make me charisma saving throws. It's not magical, don't worry. I just want to see if anyone like really dislikes this. Thrallus, why can't you be in a better mood?
He hasn't had enough to drink yet.
I want to go to the sea.
Literally everyone is like nodding their heads, kind of like patting their sides to it. Crimplin, like you feel a little bit of a boogie in you, like you're really liking this. Thrallus just drinking it.
Thrallus, lighten up. This is actually pretty decent. The Heart of a Dragon. You know what? We'll kick them later.
All right, let me handle this. Let me handle this. Pull
You got a wand?
And I smile, and I cast smile on him.
I think it's another Christmas save.
I don't remember.
It's either charisma or wisdom save.
I think it was
You
charisma.
didn't write it down?
I think it was. I thought it was an intelligence, or maybe I don't remember. I have DC 10. That's all I have.
Charisma saving throw DC 10.
Yeah.
Write down charisma, please. Go ahead, roll a charisma saving throw again, Thrallus. What's with you guys and your like repeating numbers?
At least he smiled.
Yeah, now he just goes,
See? Way to get in the mood.
Thralis, you're very uncomfortable.
I want to go to the sea.
They hear that and they go, "Oh, sea shanties, huh? Okay, well, hold on, we know some of those." And they start playing some familiar tunes, and like it's like definitely something you could like to, and like they're actually singing some familiar sea shanty stuff that you guys have heard definitely. You know, at some bars, you've heard it, you know, just on the docks in general, because a lot of the sailor life is drinking rum and singing, whether you have instruments or whether you don't.
I'm on a boat and
Yeah, they're like, oh, this one's called Lonely Island, by a famous bard group called Lonely Island. I'm on a dolphin. I'm doing flips and shit, getting everybody all wet. But no, it's actually just a great night. I mean, they play a couple songs for you guys. You drink some drinks, set up your camp, and just, you know, you're just all in a damn good mood following it. Whoever's taking the second watch, you actually see them get up pretty early, pack all their shit, and just take out. This next song is called WAP. Wet Ass Pirate. Oh boy. But they end up packing up. Before they leave, they actually set a wine bottle down beside Dolan's sleeping body. And then they head out. Write something. Oh, whittle something. Right. But you guys wake up. You're a little hungover. Your ears hurt a little bit. They're ringing a bit from the music. Dolan, you wake up and there's a wine bottle beside you.
Yes.
You take a sniff. It's Draconic wine.
I'm putting that on my. Yep. I'm just gonna check this one. I don't think anybody else enjoyed it.
In your guys' conversation last night, like they said, they're in the middle of their greatest tour ever, going from port to port and stopping at every city along the way. So they say, hopefully our paths cross again soon.
Sweet.
You know that as of today, you will be reaching the border town, if you want to call it that, of Gastonia. Is there anything you'd like to do before you go there?
Thralis, you still good with riding the horse, or you want to go on ride the wagon a little bit?
thinking about standing on the horse, see if I can see the sea.
If you can, let me know.
You still got a while to the sea, but you guys do, you know, keep moving, and you're starting to notice the flow of traffic is slowing down. You're starting to notice like you're almost like catching up to people in front of you, and then the next thing you know, the road is just at a stop. You can see. I'm not gonna have you guys roll perception checks on that. Everyone can kind of see this. Way like a good amount of distance ahead of you, like less than a mile ahead of you, you see really tall. I guess like two really tall towers, with a bit of a fence or a stone wall, I should say, that kind of goes off from the sides of it for some distance. And you're guessing you're at the edge of Gastonia.
Why is there so many people around? Like, just go in. Look, I'm gonna barge through.
Probably making sure that we're not going to smuggle something past there to the ports.
Say, if you want to send Goose ahead, I can beast speech him and find out and like interrogate him when he gets back. Find out what to hold.
I'm gonna look at Goose, who's kind of sitting next to us, and say, and say to Dolan, I don't know, he's pretty intimidating right now, so I think that might cause a little bit of alarm, so we should probably not do that. I mean, if we really want to, though, I'm going to kind of look at the group and say, do you want me to go ahead and send Goose ahead?
I have a feeling it'll become cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, even with that shiny armor, I don't think he's gonna come back.
Goose? You mean this battle chicken Goose right here? We're talking about the Goose.
Wait, Fandir, could you get an eagle's eye view ahead of us, or?
Unfortunately, I couldn't. Well, I mean, I couldn't necessarily fly, but I might be able to, get there ahead of us.
Ferret your way ahead.
I got a better idea. Thrallus, can you just let out a nice roar? Let's get these people out of the way.
We don't want to cause any more disturbance here.
I want to see what the hold up. We gotta get rid of these people.
Like as you're talking, like 2-3 minutes goes by, you move forward another wagon space.
This is a good time just to relax. We're not riding. We can research. We can just do what we need to do just to get to the city.
Fine, I'll go
through the gate.
Fine, I'll go take a nap.
Couple more moments go by. Move forward another one. You're guessing, like you can see the gates ahead of you. There's probably like maybe 50 carts between you and there. You'll guess it's gonna take about an hour or so, maybe a little bit more, to get yourselves up there. So you guys can totally wait it out. You can get out and walk it. You can send your battle chicken. Totally up to you guys.
I say we wait.
I'm okay with waiting or sending Goose, but I think we need to keep him armored, and that might cause a little bit of a coup. But
Are there any trees around?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Are there any trees around? There's no forested areas. There's there's like some dispersed trees every now and then, but no like heavily wooded areas. It's just kind of like open plains. Think of it as like a big South Dakota.
What's taking so long?
Another cart moves forward.
Henry, can't you do something magical? Make this go quicker.
I'm gonna start snoring.
About a half hour passes. You guys move, more than half the way up. You're starting to actually see the gates now. You see, like kind of as it goes up, they're like splitting off into like a couple of different wagons at a time. There's usually about 2 going out, 2 coming in. That going out road is moving a lot quicker than the coming in road. At one point in time, you guys almost all drift off, and then you hear like a ringing of a bell, like a ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, as you all look forward and see a cart take off, coming inward, and just arrows completely take out the cart and the person driving the cart and the horse as it just crumbles and falls. And just like crates of weapons and just other goods just spills all over the ground.
Should we go take a look at the loot?
The arrow covered cart and horse and dead guy.
You see guards on horses riding out to it.
I'm just gonna stand there holding the reins, just kind of like shaking my head, like, nope, nope, no, I'm good.
I mean, there's stuff.
I'm going to observe.
I mean, this is a checkpoint between here and the port. I really want to go to the port. I don't want to piss anyone off.
That car was coming from the port?
Yeah, it was coming towards Talon's Guard.
Like heading the same way that we are.
No. Opposite direction. Heading towards you guys. Like you guys are going out towards the port. They're coming from the port to Talon's Guard. As you guys are moving forward and kind of talking about this, you see the guards have all kind of wrangled up the area. They take the body, which has arrows all in the back of it, slump it over the back of one of their horses. Take another horse and hook it up to the cart where the dead horse was, and they just kind of drag the dead horse off and then drag the arrow covered cart back to the checkpoint.
Did they leave any weapons on the ground on accident?
No, they picked it all up. As you guys are like getting past the scene, you just see like there's still a guard standing there. He's like, "Move along. We get 1 or 2 of these every day. Move along. Move along. Move along."
Smugglers.
Probably.
Do you ask the guard?
Yeah.
He goes, "I don't know. They didn't stop long enough to say who they were. But yes, don't try to run it. Just stop and answer the questions. Move along. Move along."
Damn it! I should have learned that other spell from.
Which one's that?
Invisibility.
Oh. So you guys move up. It's finally your turn. You see the cart in front of you. They kind of, pull off to the side, ask them some questions. You see a guard step like into the back of their cart, like lift up like a lid on a basket, look all around, and then get off and come back. Then they usher for you guys to come up. He's like looking at a clipboard. He's like, "Names."
Corrales.
Pandir. Oh, I guess Corrales and Pandir are both there. All right. Where are you heading?
Port Frederick.
How many are coming with you?
5.
You bringing anything illegal on your cart?
Nope.
Easy enough. All right. Bob over here is gonna check your cart really quick. He looks in the back. He's like, "What's in the kegs?"
Alcohol.
We're gonna need to do a quick test to make sure there's nothing, nothing other than alcohol. And he starts to walk up on your cart. Is there anything? No. Okay.
My alarm.
On the kegs.
My alarms
What's
are
the alarm?
going off.
Which would wake me up.
They're gonna go off, and all of them are gonna stop and draw spears at you guys. What was that? Why is it making that noise? And Bob's like, "Oh, turn it off!"
So I deactivate the magic, and I'm like, "You just came on here without telling me. The alarm went off. You set my alarm off."
He's like ringing his ears.
You lucky I didn't have something else on here.
And he's like, "Oh, damn it, one of the magic users." And he goes, then the guy at the front goes, "All right, last question. Are you guys planning on returning soon?"
We are going to return. We don't know how soon, but yes.
All right, move along.
Also, can we make the alarm on Betty like that song, Black Betty? Like, whoa, Black Betty, wham my hands.
You can't have like words and voices. It can definitely like the pitches can match.
That'd be awesome.
Except for it's "Whoa, Green Betty."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, way to go.
You guys go past the walls, and once again, you see kind of just a nice sprawling little city too. This main road's pretty big. It's going right through the middle of the city. But you see a lot of goods, a lot of vendors, a lot of little shacks. You see a lot of people peddling stuff. You can always do that. Black Racing Flames, great. But it's a thriving little community. So it's up to you guys if you want to stop, or if you want to keep pushing through. It's only like 2 in the afternoon, so there's still plenty of daylight if you're trying to get to the sea. If not, there's a whole community here to explore.
I think Thrallus and I are probably going to be like trying to like, come on, can we
see?
How's our rations looking here? Let's just tally up here quick.
I mean, we got enough to get us to the port. We can always.
Yeah, I mean, you have plenty of rations.
I'm good. Let's keep moving.
I'm gonna say Thrallus has learned one letter now. Just C.
As you're passing through, you see a lot of make me perception checks. Let's see who's seeing what.
Probably still gonna be driving the cart. Ain't gonna see nothing. Oh,
What? Your eyes are open now. Henry is a little distracted by something.
He's counting the rations.
He's counting rations. Guys, I don't know if we have enough. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that was like 2.5. Wait, 3, 5. Shit, start again. 1, 2. He's getting all OCD on the strips of bacon that you guys have left. Anyway, you guys are looking around. You're seeing, like I said, a really festive city. You're seeing like where it's really active. A lot of peddlers. You specifically hear like one guy talking like you hear one really loud guys are overpassing. They're like, "Man, that band last night was awesome. Oh yeah, I really liked it. I liked the. I mean, I didn't know what they were saying, but like they sounded so good. Yeah, it was great." You actually hear a couple different people talking about the band that played last night. You get down like one part of the town, and Sandy rolled the 21. You notice a lot of trash on the ground, but like upon closer examination, it's like confetti, almost like there was like maybe a parade or something. Like looking around the trash, you see like corn dog sticks. You see like, you know, there's like little fry boats. You see a lot of like trash from fair food. You don't really smell any of the food, but it's just old trash sitting out.
Are we by the carnival?
Oh, Thrallus, you can get your axes at here. If they're at carnivals here.
You can guess at one point in time recently there was a parade or carnival here. Probably not the crucible that you're looking for, but there was a carnival. Okay. Other than that, you pass a couple bars, a couple taverns. You see some flyers posted outside. You see some wanted boards. I mean, it's a pretty big town.
Ooh, wanted.
But you guys just keep passing through. Time goes by, it just becomes a faded image in the back. I'll just tear out all these pages. As you guys keep moving to the end of the night and find a nice place to stop.
I mean, that's not to say that we won't stop on the way back, but
No, I'm just saying. I was just joking about tearing out the pages.
I was like, we gotta
I have to prepare for everything. Prepare for anything and everything.
Especially the adventures of Leonid and Goose.
The adventures that's okay. Anyway,
It's like an 80s sitcom.
you guys stop and you notice there's still a good amount of travel. You're starting to smell the salty air. It's not heavy. It's not a heavy presence, but you can guess within the next 2 days you're going to be there.
Charles, do you smell that?
See.
Yeah, buddy.
Keep saying the letter C.
Just see.
That time I was Spanish.
I was Spanish. You guys stop. So you guys are moving. You stop, find another little spot to camp. Not as many people camping here. See a lot more people kind of hauling ass. Traveling through the night. But you pull off on the side. Set up your normal setups. And...
Could Thrallus and I possibly get an inspiration dice since we're like, kind of like getting that? Yeah, like we're almost there.
Not yet.
Okay, all right.
Not.
I had to ask.
Some of us have inspiration dice from last time.
Yeah, I think all of you guys have inspiration dice that you can use. Because you had such a good time the first night back in town.
Yep.
You do. Next morning, you wake up, eat some rations, start packing up, and you're still traveling. Same thing. Another day goes by. One more time. Make me a perception check. Who are my two drivers? So Thandir. Who's beside Thandir? Was Dolan up front?
Dolan.
Yep.
Dolan, and then Thrallus on the horse.
With us. Okay, so when we're rolling perception, because we are so eager, can we roll at advantage? Because we're kind of like... No. Damn. I'm trying, Thrallus.
Thrallus should be good.
All right. As you guys are riding, sure. I'm like, I got all the yawns in me. We're only like halfway through here. You're pulling up. It's not sunset yet, but it's definitely in the latter half of the day. And you notice a man on the side of the road. He's got like a little horse, little wagon. Most of the travelers that you've passed, they're either dressed like you guys, looking like some kind of guard or mercenary, or they're dressed in some kind of ragtag clothing. This guy is dressed like in a scholar's outfit, like a nice vest, nice like silk pants, a nice little he's got a little bolo tie on, and like a really proper hat. And he sees you guys, and he like waves at you and like waves you down.
Hi.
See.
Hola.
What do you want? Trying to get to the sea.
He goes, traveling to the sea. And by the looks of it, looks like you're traveling heavily armed, correct?
Always.
I have 2 arms.
He looks at Thandir. So, you guys, you look like you're not merchants. You're not merchants. You're adventurers. Am I guessing right?
Something like that? What do you need?
I need some muscle.
And your name is?
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. Does Rodrigo have a
He,
last name?
Takes his glove off. Well, I usually don't go by my last name, but Rodrigo Salington. But he like takes his glove off and puts it out to shake your hand.
Reach out and say, Thandir.
Good to meet you. Dragonborn. Fancy. I just saw another one pass through here not too long ago, singing some weird song. Didn't know what it was about.
Heart of the Dragon.
Anyway, yeah. I have this problem. You guys are familiar with gnolls? They are pesky creatures. It's like a hyena, kind of small. They're bitey.
Mm-hmm.
They also have, like daggers and shit. You see, I got a gnoll problem, and I need those gnolls removed.
And
what's in it for us?
Gold, sorry. Yeah, I'll pay. I have a lot of money.
Define a lot of money.
Like 50 gold each.
Do I hear this going on outside?
Yeah, you can all hear. He's just talking to the people, to those two on the front.
How many gnolls are we talking about?
I stopped counting after 7.
50. No. 65 gold ahead.
A gnoll?
Ahead. We'll bring them to you.
Excuse me, do I sense...
How about 30 gold an ear?
Do I sense a combat coming, Thrallus?
Hey, Crimplin, I'm negotiating here.
That's... You go for it. What do you want?
We're talking gold for heads, and then he rebutted with gold for ears. You should be pretty good at cutting ears off, right?
Do I know what gnolls are?
Yeah, you guys all know what gnolls are. They're like pesky little humanoid but beast creatures. They have a face like a hyena. They stand on 2 legs, but they can run on 4. They're nasty little creatures.
You said no.
Just to get out schematics, and like you're saying ears. If the ears are still attached to the head, are you going to count them?
I was just kind of just rebuttaling 60 gold each.
Because if each head has 2 ears,
He kind of like puts his hand in his head. He's like, I'm just saying, like, yeah, I'll pay you like 60 gold a gnoll if you can kill him.
Those pesky things bothered me for years. Where is this, guys?
How far from here?
He's like, glad you asked. Not too far at all. He pulls out a map, and it looks really old. I mean, really old. He goes, I can't let you have the map because it's really delicate, really fragile. And you guys don't look like the most fragile people. But I'll show you. And he shows you on it, and it's got like, it's got the coast. It's got kind of like a road that looks like the road you're on. And he's like, I would say not even like a mile south of here. He's like, there's a dig site. And what's hidden down there, I haven't discovered yet. But in my process of looking at this dig site, I made some, well, I don't know what the opposite of friends are, but I made them, and they're gnolls, and they're very frustrating. Apparently, they're also attracted to shiny things. So I ran out of there while I could save myself. Sadly, my other mule didn't make it, but this mule did. So if you could clear them out for me, that would be very well appreciative, and I'll pay you 60 gold a gnoll.
What are you doing at a dig site?
Oh well, I like to acquire like artifacts.
Oh,
so what do you think is in this one dig site?
I don't know yet, and honestly, I'm really hoping that it's worth 60 gold a gnoll, because I don't want to talk about how much I paid for this map. You know, sometimes I have really good scores, other times not so good.
I understand that you don't want to give us the map, and for good reason. We have a wizard who's actually pretty good with pen and paper. Could he make a copy of it?
Oh, I mean, it's just south of here. Like you look at, I mean, it's just like a trail and an X. He's like, you can't miss it.
I don't know. Have you met some of us?
He might miss it.
I'm good with 60 gold ahead.
Is there a time frame in which...
If there's more than 7, he said he stopped counting at 7. It means there's more.
If you can get him cleared out tonight, that'd be great, so I can finish.
If you want tonight.
We'll do 60 gold ahead, but depending on what you discover, might require some more.
Well, if I discover something that's not worth anything, do you pay me back?
Nope.
Keep your life.
You keep my life. Are you threatening me?
We're very good at removing gnolls.
I'm lost. Do you want to kill these gnolls or not?
I relish the opportunity, but the group needs to agree.
They bugged me. I will gladly go and take them down.
I want to use these new sharpened axes of mine too.
We'll take them down, but we would also like some information from you when we come back.
Sure, sounds good. I'll be here. I'll be waiting for you guys.
Xander, what's your vote?
Let's do it.
We're killing gnolls, boys.
All right. You guys start heading south. You're following along. It's not really like a path, but you can kind of see like where he had trampled the grass, kind of moving back and forth. You head down, and you start to see a pretty good sized dig site. It looks like it was, excavated at some point in time, like by maybe like a larger operation, and then evacuated. Why it was evacuated, who knows? But upon initial look, you don't see no gnolls. But you can definitely head down into it, like there's a possibility for it.
Is there anyone else concerned that this big of a dig site would be abandoned?
I'm just here to kill gnolls. The more we find, the more we get paid.
I mean, I'm all for making some extra money, but to have this big of a site abandoned?
That's not our concern right now.
I'm just saying that gnolls is not going to run off whatever excavated this. Maybe they just didn't find what they were looking for and left. I don't know.
I mean, if there's no gnolls here, we need to get back.
Do you want to dive deeper into the dig site?
Go into the dig site.
Maybe we
Xander,
can goose.
Looking at it, it's like almost think of like it's not like a paleontology or nothing like that, but it's almost like a small crypt, maybe like some old style like housing in a way. Like there's like some stairways and some ramps that lead down into it.
Almost like a burial ground.
Not really. I'm just saying like it's like the size of like a small crypt, but it looks like some maybe like old stone like buildings, like just small like dwelling sizes.
And we didn't see any gnolls. I just got back a little bit.
Not outside.
No. Just on the initial side of it, you don't. You do see a couple paths that actually kind of lead underground.
Do I see any tracks on the ground or anything like that?
You see footprints, like shoe prints in and shoe prints out.
Is Henry? Do you have? Do you have anything to like detect beings or anything inside there? Or?
Let's just fucking go.
All right, let's go.
Right. I'll take the lead on this, guys. Let's follow these footprints.
Time of day is it?
What's that?
What time of
Like
day is
almost
it?
dusk.
It's like getting close to sunset. So it's like I think fall right now. So it'd be like around 7 p.m.
To dark.
It's getting there.
I'm
We need dark. If we go inside the crypt, we may need dark vision,
Yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to cast.
I
now.
got dark vision.
or at least a torch or something.
I cast it on myself. Dark vision.
Okay.
And then look at Dolan. And then I'll kind of nod over to him, or head over to him and cast it on him as well. If
Please,
he's
sir. I accept.
As you're walking up, you guys have your dark vision, and you can start to see, as like you dive kind of deeper into like some of the actual buildings that then go into the ground. Everyone has a relatively high passive perception here. You can kind of hear like the cackling. You just hear just general knoll noises. With this kind of how dark it is in here. Sorry, I don't have a map prepared for this, but just with how dark it is in here, it's really hard to tell where exactly they're coming from. You know it's coming from down this hall that you're walking down. But there's pretty much just one way to go. As I'm guessing you guys are all still kind of walking, but as you're walking, you kind of start to notice that you're coming apart like a bit more expanded area, maybe something a little bit more open. You probably guess that they're up in there.
I'm gonna go ahead and while we're still in the tunnel, I'm gonna go ahead and cast. Everybody's within 30 feet of me, correct? I mean, we're all in kind of a tunnel, kind of close by, hunkered together. All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Pass Without a Trace here on everybody. So just a little bit more stealthy, just in case anything decides to pop up on us here. So.
All right, yeah, everyone, roll me stealth checks, and then add that 10 to it.
$31.
I'm like a ninja.
33, 30.
I rolled a nat 20 on that one.
22.
I'm at disadvantage.
You are at disadvantage, but you get a plus 10. Still a 20. Ooh, I'm a believer.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and wait. This is
Close, but none of them rolled over 20. You're getting pretty close. Ooh. What are you doing, Dolan?
well, since I don't have Leonad, I'm gonna summon my lesser demons.
Make sure you read that spell really quick. Because when you summon them, they're hostile to everything, including you guys. Like you can't command them.
Never mind.
So kind of the point of it is, you draw a circle around yourselves. You summon them when you're already fighting the enemies, and they'll just fucking go wild on them. But then you have to deal with them. They'll go away after an hour, or you have to kill them, pretty much.
And they can't come inside the circle.
Correct. As long as you draw a circle and blood around your friend.
Got it.
But if your friends leave said circle, yeah. Yeah, no, they don't hear you, but you guys are able to sneak up enough and you get to this open area. Since you guys don't have torches, you can actually see the torch light. As you see a handful of gnolls, you probably see 4 or 5, just kind of like sitting around, chewing on some kind of bone. Another one, most of them are like wearing just like some scraps of like I guess some hides on top of their hide. Some actually have like little leather on, little coats and stuff. Pants that are definitely not the right size for them. You do see one that's with them that actually has some like metal armor on, pretty crazy looking. And actually has like a little battle axe, or not a battle axe, but a little mace. Yeah, like a kind of like a morning star, I guess, really, sitting there beside him. They're all sitting around a fire eating some kind of meat, but you see about 5 of them.
So I'm guessing the one with the metal is probably the leader. We can't hear you, Daniel.
Yeah,
Okay.
that his armor does look a lot better than the rest.
I'm saying usually the alpha takes.
How many are there?
We see
You
5.
see 5.
That's one apiece.
Are they all relatively close together right there?
They're all relatively close together right there.
Are we?
Fuck it, let's kill him.
Are we 150 yards away? Or how close are we?
I'd say you're probably like 60 feet from him right now. You know what? It's a pretty tight tunnel system. You're probably like 50 feet from him, a little bit closer.
I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. As soon as you guys are like, well, maybe I can sneak up, kill him. I mean, I can summon demons. I can. You just see Henry just go and throw a giant fireball. Okay, let's see how dexterous these guys are. What number am I looking to beat?
15.
One passes. 2 pass. As you cast it, go ahead and roll damage.
I'll say, because I'm gonna, like, as soon as I saw him do that, I'm probably gonna cast this in the
I
same
think it
general
already
area.
rolled damage there. 21.
Oh, I didn't see it there.
Kind of sad damage.
21 though is enough to literally 3 of them just go and just their skin just fucking melts and they just fall dead to the ground. One of them was able to actually, the one wearing the medal was able to grab one of the others and put it in front of him and kind of use him as a shield. Passed his dex saving throw with a crit. So, but he still takes half the damage. And then one of them was just able to kind of like get behind a rock when that happened. And you hear them all start making this nasty yelping noise as I want you guys all to roll initiative. Damn, Thrallus is ready for battle.
Ooh. Dolan's dead last.
I'm just here.
Dolan's like, I'm gonna conjure. Well, after you guys. Let me check. All right, Thrallus. You see 2 of them standing. One with like the metal armor and like the Morning Star beside him, and the other one like not a lot of metal, holding a little dagger, hiding behind a rock.
So we're like 50 feet.
Something like that. What's the range on Fireball?
150.
150. Yeah. You're like 50 feet.
And then a 20-foot square, I think. 20-foot radius.
Yeah, 20-foot radius.
All right. Well, I'm going to move, and I will use my action to sprint to get to them.
You get right up in their face.
And I'm going to attack the one with not armor with my bonus action of offhand.
All right, go for it. So wait, you got +1 on one of your battle axes, right? Is that your main?
Oh
or your
yeah.
offhand?
Sorry, that I put it. I only have it on. I only have one made. I'll have to make a second one without it.
All right, no problem. So is that actually just supposed to be a +7?
Yes.
Okay, well either way, a 26 is gonna hit. Yes. Go ahead and roll the damage on it.
We'll just take one off. So 11.
12 damage or 11 damage
11.
on your offhand swing. You come down, and that one was already burnt. You just with your backhand just cut its head off.
60 gold, baby.
Like as his axe goes across, it's cha-ching.
That'll end my turn.
All right. Up next is Crimplin.
I'm gonna do the same thing to the other one. We'll go ahead and sprint to the other one with armor, look at Thrallus, and be like, here's 60 gold as well. And then I'll take my offhand, essentially my bonus
technically
action.
it's a bonus action for you to sprint because you're a rogue. So you can use your action and attack.
Oh, duh.
Versus like him, because he's not a rogue, only rogues get to sprint as a bonus action.
Oh, that makes sense then. Okay, well then that's even better. I'll take my new fancy poker, and I'll just stab him here.
Just drive right into him as you're running at him. All right. Hold on. Let me see if you kill this guy. You didn't. This guy, because he's got the armor on him. You go to poke, and you're still new with this one. You're used to slashing, and it kind of just like glides off his armor a little bit. Now, do you have multi attack? Do rogues get that?
I can for bonus action, but I use that to.
You don't have multi attack just like as an attack?
No.
You didn't get that? Oh, you didn't go level 5. But no, I don't know if rogues do in general. All right.
No, level 5 don't get that. No.
Darn. Okay. All right. You're right up there with them. Up next, you see that one, like, as you chop the head off the other, the one in the armor, like, it growls, and then it goes, its eyes get huge, and it turns around to run. So you get an attack of opportunity, Crimplin, as he tries to run away.
That's just a basic, right?
Yeah. 18's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 8 piercing damage as you stab him right in the back as he runs. And like you kind of smile at first because you're like, ha, he was scared of me. And then that's when you start to feel a little bit of a rumble. And you guys all look. They were kind of on like the left side of the room. Like I said, you guys came down this like hallway and it opened up. They were on the left side. You guys were all looking. Burrowing up out of the ground is about a 10-foot long with a curled tail giant scorpion. In one of its pincers, a knoll, and the other pincer just blood. And it's staring right at Crimplin and Thrallus.
And we were worried about something bigger being in here. Good.
The one knoll's dead, so I'll take him out. So it is Thandir's turn.
Okay, so I just see this happen, and I'm behind it, right? Like, so it can't see me.
You're not behind it. It's like, think of like you're in a hall. Yeah, I'm gonna draw really quick. Boo, 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 boo.
How many of those did I kill? 3 of them? I killed 3, so 3 of those are my heads.
Yeah. So, like, here's you guys in this little hallway.
Okay.
Here's Crimplin and Thrallus killing gnolls, and like where you blew them up. And over here is where the scorpion kind of burrowed up out.
Okay,
so about 50 feet that way, about 50 feet that way.
Okay, so
about like 60 feet between the, I guess between Crimplin and the scorpion.
Well, I am going to not know what to do because that totally threw me loop. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run in towards Crimplin and Thrallus. I'll move 35 feet. And then I'm going to yell to them since they can't see it and say, hey guys, we have a big bug problem over around the corner here. We need you out of here. These things are not worth it. Let's go.
I want to ride it.
I'm gonna cast produce flame and just hold it if that just for a light source right now. So
okay.
And that's gonna end my turn then.
All right. Up next, Mr. Henry.
Do I see the scorpion?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. It's big.
Big.
It's a large beast. It takes up a 10-foot by 10-foot square. And that's with its tail curled. You'd think if it was uncurled and its pincers were out, it could be like almost 20 feet long.
I am going to cast Firebolt at it.
Okay, go ahead, roll. 20 is gonna hit. Go ahead, roll damage.
Roll 10 and a 1.
That's not bad. It's still over half, or over the average. Yeah. So basically, this thing burrows out, staring at Crimplin. Thandir produces a flame, and you see it kind of twitch its eyes, and then it gets hit by this firebolt. Anything else?
I can't cast anything else, can I?
If you have a bonus action spell, you can cast it.
Damn it. No, I don't.
All right. Up next, the Scorpion rolled a 3. What did Dolan roll? A 4. So Dolan technically goes before the Scorpion.
So I'm gonna cast this not directly on top of it, more like where the circle would be on the back side of it, like where it just came out, so it has further to go to get out of the 20-foot radius. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yep, 100%. So like the 20-foot radius, so it's like a 40-foot diameter, and you cast it so that the front half of it is in there, so it has 35 feet of darkness. Okay.
Yeah. So that way, if it goes backwards, it's retreating from us. But if it continues forward, it's got that much further to go through the darkness.
So you guys see Dolan just whip out this brand new spell where just this weird dark energy just takes up, pretty much fills up this room. I mean, it's 20 foot in all directions from it, and just blinds out this creature. The void is filled with soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard of the 30 foot away. So you hear just that's disgusting. First off,
Sounds like typical form.
You guys don't want to get in that.
It's just a dark region, so no light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area. Creatures are blinded.
Yeah, so if you guys
It's
go
often
in,
difficult terrain. If it starts its turn in the area, it takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on dexterity saving throw or take acid damage on top. As milky, otherworldly tentacles are up against it. This is the grossest spell I've ever heard of. Just slurping, and I copied this from the book. That verbiage. That's not even like made, like fan made or homebrewed. Just wet tentacles slurping. Disgusting.
it's like my wet dream. It's just
Do you move at all, or do you stay in the hallway?
I'm gonna just like basically cast that and like just turn to the guys and like, you definitely don't want to go in there. Like that way they kind of know, like, stay out.
Oh god, this is gross.
If you've got anything ranged, use that.
The only thing is that I'm pretty sure you guys can't see into it either. And nothing can illuminate this area, so it's just a giant black cloud, pretty much, more or less.
So dark
slurping tentacle cloud.
We wouldn't be able to see.
It doesn't. No, I'm the way I'm reading this is it just creates this dark void. So you guys aren't blind because you're not inside it, so you can see around you, but you can't see what's in it. Versus the guy inside is also blinded, so he can't see what's around him.
And it doesn't know how far it needs to go one way or the other. So
no, it's getting slurped on. Okay. So it nothing else you want to do? You don't want to move or nothing? Okay.
So it just has to do the it has to roll its.
Yeah. So it's the start of its turn. So it takes damage at the start of its turn, correct?
Yep. Because it's starting inside the area.
Yeah,
Correct.
2d6 cold damage.
So go ahead and roll me 2d6. Nice. Crit on one of them. So it's its turn. The thing about scorpions is they have a blind sense of 60 feet. So while it's blinded, it has blind sight. It's confusing how that works. But either way, he still knows where you guys are. He has a speed of 40, but he's a 10-foot beast. So the way you casted it, as he moves through it, you actually see the front half of him emerge, but he has to still end his turn with his back half in there. So he's still getting whipped by the tentacles. So that being said, he has now moved forward enough that he is pretty much between you guys and the exit. So he's actually right beside Dolan. Like Dolan and Henry are right here. Here's the creature. Here's Thandir's probably the closest to the creature, and then the other two are farthest away. So he ends his turn in it. He must make a dex saving throw, take 2d6 acid. How dexterous is it? 9. I'm guessing that does not beat your DC.
Nope, it's a 15.
Did he move his full 40, or would he have to move half speed?
Oh, it's difficult terrain. You're right. He's still fully engulfed. Thank you. This is a new spell to me. He's fully engulfed. So he still fails his dex check. Good catch. Roll. There you go. As he takes 7 more poison damage.
I'm gonna love this new spell.
Back to top of the order, Thrallus.
Well, I have no worldly fucking idea what's happening, other than I saw a huge scorpion and now it's magically not anywhere.
And what's that noise?
Well, I'm further than 30 feet, so I can't hear that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're pretty far away from it. That being said, you did see a gnoll run the opposite direction. Thandir did yell at you guys to get the fuck out of there.
Get the gold.
60 gold.
I guess. I'll start cutting the heads off of the burnt ones and make sure I pick up the one that I chopped.
I'll say because you have an attack, an extra attack, and a bonus action attack. I'll say you can get 3 heads off in a turn.
Okay, well, I'll chop 3 heads off, and then I will kind of move back towards Thandir. My 30 feet, and then I'll call it end my turn there.
All right, you're back by Thandir. All right, Crimplin.
I'm gonna same concept. So I'm gonna head towards that knoll that's running away. So I'm gonna walk towards it. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to it and try to poke it here.
Yeah, you saw where he was going because you got that attack of opportunity. You stay right on his ass. You run right up to him. Go ahead and roll an attack. Man, you have +8 to rolls and you're rolling 12s. What are you doing?
Terrible.
Your main hand's gonna miss him. It's gonna once again reflect off his armor.
No, let's go ahead and use my offhand. Oh my lord.
Well, you're running, so.
I'm sorry, Crimplin, man.
Just get my cardio
You got
there.
bad dice.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not in that void?
Are you in the void?
No kidding, right?
Are you getting sucked on in the void in there? Like,
Are there tentacles whapping against you? Sorry, man. He's just out of your reach. He's clawing at the wall, trying to get away from you guys, or maybe trying to get away from the scorpion. All right. Next in line, West. Wah. Next up, it is Mr. It was the Knoll's turn next. As he's like scratching against the walls, he's realizing he literally has no way out, and he turns and looks at you, Crimplin, and he grabs his little morning star that he has. Like, it's really not threatening; it's pretty small, but he like just and swings it at you. It's 2 attacks. So about. Ooh. Hold on a second. He crit. Does a 25 hit you?
Get out of here, yes.
Nope.
Loaded dice.
I'm
Right.
sorry. I'm using my dice that has the little Cthulhu on it. I think Dolan's in my favor tonight. All right. Oh, that's the wrong dice. He is going to do. Oh no, that was the right dice. 6 damage on the first hit. As he brings it down, he has a multi-attack. He tries to bring it back up and hit you again. Oh wait, I guess it would have been doubled, so it would have been 9 damage because 3 doubled plus 3. So 9 damage on the first hit. Second one is only a 14.
Misses.
As he like tries to swing back up, and you kind of dip out of the way, and he just like and just growls at you. I believe then it is Thandier's turn.
All right. And I see how close is Crimplin to me, I guess.
He was 15 feet. Then he moved an additional, I'd say, 15 feet. So he's about 30 feet from you.
30 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's go ahead, and I'm going to take my Produce Flame, and I'm just going to chuck it, because I have no idea where that thing is. I know it's over there. I'm just going to throw that and just pray that I hit something.
Into the
black
void?
sphere.
Into the void.
Into the void.
And
if it doesn't do anything, that's fine, too.
I mean, this is a large beast, so it has a big area that it can be hit. You don't know how much it moved, how far it moved. So roll me an attack at disadvantage. I'm going to add a little bit to his DC. We'll see if it hits.
Ooh.
7.
I would have critted. Damn it.
You would have. You throw it in, and just as you throw, like it goes to the darkness, and like it's actually lighting up the room. And then where the darkness is, just sucks out the flame. It makes a noise when it does.
Nice.
Delicious.
Nice. Okay.
That's only a bonus action, right, to throw it?
Yeah, well...
'Cause, I mean, technically it was, because you said if it moved. So, I mean...
Right, I mean...
You were just making an assumption that it moved.
Right.
So yeah, you were holding that part of the action.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then actually, I mean, but you wouldn't have been able to see if it moved. So technically speaking, you would have used your bonus action to throw it. So you still have your action on your turn.
Okay. Then for my action, I will move 35 feet. If I get to, I'll move 35 feet to Crimplin, and then I'll just cast a level 1 Cure Wounds on him, since that's an action.
Sure. All right. He heals you for 6 hit points, Mr. Crimplin.
Thank you, sir.
It's okay, pointy ears.
All right. Henry.
I am going to hold my action until I see something come out of that void.
What
And
action are you holding?
To cast a spell.
What spell are you casting?
Firebolt.
Firebolt if you see something come out of the void. Okay. Easy enough. It is now the Scorpion's turn.
Damage.
You guys, well, you hear slurping, but as you look, the scorpion is actually able to make its way out of the front of it. Let's see, does he have reach? If he has reach, he's a 5-foot reach.
You have to do damage.
Yeah, so he starts, takes cold damage, roll those 2d6.
Dolan, that's you.
Yeah, go on.
Oh,
2d6 damage.
Yeah, 2d6.
Wait, 'cause I'm inside the radius?
No, the
The
scorpion
scorpion.
started his turn.
The scorpion.
He takes 2d6 at the start of each of his turns.
I thought I was ahead of the scorpion, though.
No, he does from your spell.
No, he's
Oh.
saying his turn.
Oh,
should
no,
be ahead of the
I
scorpion.
totally did skip you. My bad. No, I skipped right past you. He rolled a 3, you had a 4. My bad.
Like, why am I rolling damage? I haven't done anything.
Yeah, no, sorry. Okay, it's your turn. My bad.
No, you're good. You know what? Just for shits and giggles.
Read your spell.
Which one?
The one you cast your last turn.
What is he missing?
It is
Any creature
concentration.
that starts concentration.
Yeah. Are you trying to cast another spell?
I mean, so I couldn't cast Eldritch Blast or anything.
No, you can cast Eldritch Blast.
Can't cast anything that takes
Concentration.
away.
Right.
Yeah, so you can totally cast Eldritch Blast. Yeah.
That's
You're rolling at disadvantage because you
Oh,
can't.
sorry. Yeah.
So just roll one more. Just roll a normal straight roll.
Oof.
We'll roll those two. Once again, you shoot one. But you're level 5 now, so you actually get to shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts.
So
When you use it.
shoot another one at disadvantage.
Yep. You don't hear any noises on the other side of it.
Bitch, we're still out here.
So you're at the doorway. You're actually you're within 10 feet from, I'd say, the edge of the darkness. Henry is also within 10 feet from the edge of the darkness. Thandir, Thrallus is. You moved back towards the entry point, didn't you, Thrallus?
I moved towards Thandir.
Yeah. So Thrallus is about 30 feet from you guys, and then the other guys are about 30 feet again from you. So they're about 60 feet from you. So
I can still move on my turn, right?
you can still move.
I'm gonna move away also.
So are you going to move back the way you came, or are you going to move to where the other guys are?
I'm gonna move towards the other guys.
All right. So you can move 30 feet and be by Thrallus.
Okay.
All right. Now it is their turn. So roll 2d6 cold damage. Not that. Damn. Okay. I see you. You guys can actually feel the ground kind of start to shake again, as you can guess. Okay, he's moving. Okay, he's moving. As coming out of this darkness, you see 2 scorpions come out of it. One of them looks a lot more beaten than the other. Technically speaking, because they're only moving 20 feet each time, the back halves of them are still in there. So go ahead and roll 2d6, and they're going to take that back damage as tentacles are kind of whapping them. Whap, whap,
Do I
as
see-
they
Do I see their
Yeah.
claws come out?
Are they both taking the same amount of damage?
correct. Yes, Henry. So you get your spell. Henry, yeah, 23 hits. Ho ho! Solid hit. So you hit the one that was already previously damaged a little bit more. And one of them's looking pretty rough coming out of it. The other one is looking fucking hungry. As the one that was holding a knoll is now no longer holding the knoll. Well, you see the bottom half of a knoll hanging in its claw, and the other one has a bottom half of a knoll coming out of its mouth. That's all they can do.
Looks like we're gonna have to gut that one to get the head.
Yep.
It is top of the round. So Thralls.
Let's fucking go in. I can see him. I'm going to move up to the front of the one that looks pretty beat. Said I'm about 30 feet from them, or how far?
Yeah, you're pretty much, yeah. You're like a little kind of triangle with the group. They're like 10 feet from the group, so you're like 30 feet from either of them. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move like into the middle so I can hit both of them.
Yeah, totally. You can do that. They're big.
All right, so then we'll do my main hand.
Fuck them up, Thralls. 16 is gonna hit now that they're out of the darkness. 6 damage. That's a nat 1 there, buddy.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's enough. As you bring down your battle axe, you split one right in between the eyes. Like its claws are up ready to get you, and you see its claws and its tail go limp.
All right, we'll do my second main hand attack on the other one.
Yep. 12's gonna miss. Offhand?
I'll use I'm
Battle Surge.
I'm going to use a lucky dice to re-roll a d20.
Oh man.
Oh, here we go.
So that's that would be
So you re-rolled.
+4 +1. So yeah, no, didn't. It would be a 10, right?
Yep.
Technically speaking,
Oh, +3. It would be a 13.
13's gonna miss. Technically speaking, you could use your inspiration right now too. You could use your inspiration to re-roll the lucky dice.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna hold it. I'll miss that one.
All right.
Then I will offhand attack. And I'm going to use a sup dice to use precision attack.
There you go. So that's 5. That's
That'd be
a 19. Then? 19's gonna hit.
So 5 plus that 5, so 10 damage.
10 damage. As you just with your offhand. Or no, wait, was that still your main hand? No, that's your offhand, right?
That was my offhand.
Okay. So as you bring it down, and you like chop, like you aim for one of its eyes, and it kind of like puts up its claw, but you like get a good chunk out of its claw, and some nasty scorpion meat kind of falls out of it. Took 10 damage. All right.
That'll end my turn.
Up next, Cryptland. You're still battling off with this knoll.
Yup, I'm gonna stab him. I gotta get rid of this guy. Just gotta get rid of him.
So, really quick, Thandir, when you ran up, there's like Knoll, Crimplin. Did you stand on the other side of Crimplin, or did you
behind him.
You stand behind him? Okay.
Yep.
18's gonna hit. 8 damage. He's still standing.
Well, I'll take
Offhand?
Yep. I'm gonna hit him with that offhand.
14. Let me double check. No, just gonna miss.
all right.
AC's 15.
You know what? I'm sick of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a sup dice and do precision attack.
You literally need to get one, so let's see if you can roll a 1.
I don't have it set up nicely, so I'm just gonna roll a 1d6.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, so it's 19 to hit, so roll damage on the short sword. 15
Plus
damage.
Plus the 5, yeah.
Yeah, 15 damage as you slice through him. He's still standing, but he looks bad. And he lets out another.
Why won't you die?
Because he's the big guy.
What's wrong with you?
Why won't you die? All right. Next up in line is the Gnoll. The Gnoll is going to swing at you one more time. I rolled another 20 on a different dice.
Yeah, go home.
I'm sorry. I never I can't tell you the last time I crit in like the campaign I play in. Something about D&D. But then I rolled like a 2 on the damage dice, so that's 2 times 2, which is 4. So he did 4 plus 3. He did 7 damage on the first swing. And then as he swings down, he remembered his like offhand swing didn't work. So as his multi-attack, he's actually gonna bite at you now that he kind of got you off guard. Let me see what his plus is to bite.
5.
That's plus 5. Did you look him up?
I may have the monster manual open.
Get out of here. Don't make me add a third scorpion.
Nick, stop it.
But yeah, so either way, he's gonna hit you a lot less. Plus...
Wait, what was the 2 hit on that bite?
6. What's that?
What was the 2 hit on? Yeah,
Plus 5 to hit.
Right, plus 5.
Yeah.
What was the base number?
Oh, it was a 12. Does that hit?
Yeah, okay, 12 plus 5. Yes, that hits. Okay.
No. Sorry, no. He rolled a 12. Does that hit?
No, that does not hit. No.
Okay, sorry. Nick got me all thrown off.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Looking up my creatures over here.
6 more scorpions, Nick. Thanks.
I'll start modifying them.
They got
I
started.
love homebrewing enemies. Okay, yeah, he misses with his bite. He gets all up in your face, but you're actually able to like kind of like put your short sword like in his mouth as he's like biting up at you. It is Henry's turn. No, Thandier's turn. Sorry,
Thandier's. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna see this. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna kind of go, kitty corner from him, and I'm gonna take, probably about 15 steps back, and then I'm just gonna launch a produce flame right at that knoll.
okay. One's gonna hit. 7 damage he had 7 health left. As Crimplin's got his sword in his mouth, he's like, and just the side of his face just instant falls over unconscious. Well, I guess dead with just half of his face burnt.
You're welcome.
You didn't mess up the ear, did you?
Thank you again.
You can take the ears off that one. It's all right.
I'll take the whole head.
Would you like to move at all?
So I move 15 feet. I'm gonna take the rest of my movement, so 20 feet. I'm gonna move closer to Henry
Scorpions?
and Dolan. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I should be kind of in the middle there, and then I'll end my turn there.
No problem. So it is Henry's turn.
I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Man, you and your cantrips. 17 hits. How are yours so high? Like when I do these, I get like 1 and 1. I'm like, 2 damage on my Firebolt. You hit him. He takes 13 damage.
I am then going to end my turn.
It's so boring, but you're doing a lot of damage. I hate it. No flare. All right, Dolan. They have now exited your slurping pit of touchiness.
Well, it's still half in.
Yeah, I guess their ass ends were in there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Say does a 17 hit?
17 hits. Roll those.
Oof.
4 damage. All right, roll the next Eldritch Blast. Boom. One flaming skull flies out. Boom, hits. Another one. Boom, hits. Roll damage. 9 damage total. By the way, they are 10 feet from you, Dolan. So if you want to step back, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my 30 feet and back my ass up.
All right. It is Scorpion's turn. Start of the turn, 2d6 cold damage because his ass is still in there. Nice. As he does take cold damage coming out, you see him moving. The second one's, I mean, you guys beat the shit out of him, just coming up out of there. But he's able to kind of position himself in between Henry on his left and Thrallus on his right. He brings down the wounded claw down at Thrallus for the first attack, which shall be a 21.
That'll hit.
I'm guessing that hits.
That'll hit. I'm going to use a second lucky dice.
Get out of here. To re-roll mine?
Yeah, to reroll the attack.
Okay. You gonna crit? 15 plus 4, so 19.
Okay, it still hit. Yeah, it still hits.
Okay. He's going to do 9 damage. As he doesn't pinch you, he just oh, actually, I guess he does. He hits you for 9 damage, and you are grappled inside his claw. His left claw, he's going to bring it down at Mr. Henry for a 12.
God, what do I have? What do I have?
Your AC.
Miss.
Really? Get out of here. I'm like, you didn't even cast mage armor on yourself. 13. You asshole. I rolled 13. No.
Poor Thrallus.
So Henry's able to like kind of dodge out of the way a bit. Let me check really quick. As he gets his stinger ready. So let's see. He's got Thrallus grappled and Henry moved. Just to make it fair, Crimplin, roll me 1d2. If it's 1, it's Thrallus. If it's 2, it's Henry. As he brings his stinger down at Henry, 4A. Haha. 17.
Damn it.
It hits you 13.
I was gonna cast. Oh wait,
That would work.
that would work.
So,
How much does it add to your AC?
Plus 5.
Plus 5.
Gives him 18.
That'd make it
17.
That'd make it 18.
Yep.
Now's the time. A giant stinger's coming at you. Do you reaction shield?
Shield.
So it you dodge out of its claw. The stinger comes right down at you. Just throw up this giant shield, and it just goes boom and bounces off. As you see, like poison drip from its stinger as it bounces off your shield. Damn it! Come on! I'm not gonna throw it there. Don't at you guys. All right. Top of the round. It's Thrallus. So right now you are
still in the
grappled.
Did it make it completely out of the...
It moved out. It moved all the way out.
Okay.
Because it was able to put itself up against Henry and Thrallus. You are grappled, so that being said, you can't move. You can still attack. You can still like use your axes and like try to chop your way free. So you can either use your actions to try to kill him, or you can use your actions to try to actually break free of his claw.
Oh, we're gonna attack. We're just gonna hack and slash.
Let me check really quick to see if it's a disadvantage before you roll. I don't grapple a lot.
I pictured it there is with Drax when he was in the monster like that.
His skin is the same thickness as from the inside as it is the out. I tried telling him that. Grab a creature, use your action to grapple it.
I mean,
it must be things.
That would probably be like depending on how he grappled him. Like, did he get him at the waist or did he get his arms? You know,
he is by the waist. Sorry, one more thing.
Everything's reading like it's up to you.
I think you can still attack.
I think it'd be probably DM's discretion.
That's what everything's reading as.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can attack normally. I think they just get advantage on you attacking you if they're if they're holding you still. They have advantage on your attacks. But I mean, his claw is right there. You can still hit him, so you wouldn't take a disadvantage to it. So go ahead and just roll a normal attack. +5 AC, fucking shield. Just like 20, it's gonna hit. Yeah, roll damage. As you are able to just cut his pincher right off, and it just screams out, takes 3 steps back, and just gets pulled back into the darkness, and you don't hear anything. It's still kind of like squeezing you though, so you can use the rest of your turn to just kind of
I'll just
get that off.
I'll
Unless you want like a weird fashion statement.
No, I'll remove the pincher, and then I wonder what that guy will pay me for scorpion pinchers.
You guys kind of wait for a second. You don't hear anything else. Dolan, do you drop your Hunger of Hadar?
Not yet.
It lasts a minute. I mean,
Yeah.
You guys kind of like wait. 15 seconds goes by. 30 seconds. And this time, do you guys want to do anything? 45 seconds.
No, I'm heading up towards Thrallus.
You guys will just kind of reconverge back together.
Yeah, are we able to all like get into like a group?
Yeah, each round is 6 seconds. I'm just fast forwarding.
Did you get that head crimp?
Oh, I got that head off that stupid knoll.
Minute goes by. Hunger of Hadar drops. You just see 2 dead scorpions. And you see like two bottom halves of gnolls and 1 top half of a gnoll.
We need to go dissect inside the other one and see if maybe the partially digested head is still in there. And even if it's not, like whatever remains are in the scorpion's mouth, I say we take that out. He didn't say they had to be like fully intact heads. He
said ears.
Any kind of ears are good for me.
Right.
Scorpions have ears?
We're gonna chop some of the legs off and call them ears.
Yeah.
Cripple, I saw the one attacked with his tail, and there was some poison that dripped out of it. I know you're kind of into that thing.
Oh, I'm gonna go over to it then. I'm gonna go over to the back of the tail of the scorpion and investigate the poisoned scorpion tip.
Do you have any empty vials or anything to carry poison in? Or how would you like to transport?
I would say, because like I was actually thinking about that, like, but I never had that conversation with you, Brian. Like, I was gonna ask about, okay, am I able to carry vials, and like, if I need to have blood, can I just drain blood from people that we've killed, so that way if I ever have to draw a circle of blood?
Yep.
So
100%.
could I, let's say that I had 10,
Sure.
and like I can toss Crimplin one, and like there you
Sure.
go. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah. You're able. Roll me a sleight of hand to see how well you are at getting this poison into a vial and not into you.
Oh.
Let me scroll down. 26. Like, as you're like draining it, like one drop goes near your skin, you're like, "Ooh," and able to move it. You fill one vial. The rest just kind of, you can't really get any more out of it. I'd say the vial can be used once on your weapon, just for the hell of it. You can use it once on your weapon. I'll give you the full thing on it. It's 4d10 poison damage. They have to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, that's deadly.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
What is the saving throw?
But you can only use it once to see if you take the full damage or not.
Constitution 12, you said?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here, I'm putting it in general chatter. You pretty much, so I mean, you don't have the +4 on attack to the sting or nothing, but if you have that poison on it, one-time use, 4d10 if they fail, half as much if they pass.
That's why he wanted to fucking hit you with that, Henry.
Yep.
Would have been pretty good.
Good thing it missed.
Yeah, dust kind of settles. There's no movement.
Does anybody need any healing while we're still here? Anybody need a little bit of tending, or do we want to, investigate a little bit further?
Let me just make sure everything's still intact here. I'm good.
I took a hit.
Took a hit?
Yeah, that knoll got me a little bit myself.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll cast up Alma the Summer Court, and I'll just go ahead and pop. Let's do two die per, so that leaves me with one extra dice.
2 diaper.
Yeah, 2 dice per person. Trying to, where in the hell is it? Do I not have that in here anymore? Oh, never mind, that's my Warcaster. Let's try that. Haha. Alright. So, you guys can go ahead and roll for your d6s, so 2d6 each. And then you get 2 temporary hit points too on top of that. That should hopefully maybe fully heal you guys. I don't know how wounded you guys are, so.
Wow. It's reversed.
Close, it works, thank you.
And you also
Yep, and
gain
don't forget-
2 temporary hit dice.
2 temporary hit points. So your max is increased by 2.
Oh, that feels better. Thank you.
Okay, pointing.
I'm feeling good.
You're able to kind of heal everyone up. Is there any more exploring of the actual dig site that you guys want to do? Or
Is
are you
there?
guys just going to take your heads and head back?
Do we see any more tunnels out of this?
This was kind of like the biggest open area. You can see some spots that were at one point in time kind of roped off, like they were starting to dig in these areas. But you can guess, you kind of figured out what scared them away.
Okay. And then now that it's settled down, do we hear any noises through the halls at all?
You really don't hear much.
This was kind of what I was warning about when we were outside earlier. Remember, like, the whole why would an excavation team leave? Probably those two.
I'm going to investigate around the walls to see if there's any precious anything. Gems,
Anything
metal.
shiny.
Just kind of like roll me an investigation check. Let's say you take a little bit of time and do it.
So at advantage.
No.
Okay.
Oof.
Blind as a bat.
Got some dust in your
It's
eye.
really dark down here, so it's hard to see like shimmers and shines. You find just even with the 3, like you find some like old tools. You don't really know how old they are. They might have just been left by the digging company, or they might be 1,000 years old. You never know. But you don't really find any like things shiny or baubles. You can guess that, really any of you guys can guess like this is like a in process dig, or like they haven't really reached what they're going for. But now you don't really find anything with that 3. Sorry.
Well,
All right. Well, let's. Let's get our heads. Let's chop off. I'm gonna chop off the right pincer on both of the scorpions that we killed.
They're pretty big. I mean, they're big enough to like go around you.
I'm gonna carry one.
Just, like,
Dolan,
on your back?
Dolan, you can carry one too, right?
Yeah, I can carry one. Just like the meat.
I want it to be known that we killed 2 giant ones. That's why we're cutting off both right ones.
Both right claws.
it's like the Twix.
They're like, what if it's just the left one turned upside down?
That's what I was just gonna say.
I like Wallace's logic. No, we cut off both the right claws. So we know there's 2 of them. No, we left the left claws back there.
3 of those heads are mine. So that's 180 gold for me.
Whoa, we were all in this. That's not just yours.
Killed 3 of them. In 1 hit.
I took some down too.
You guys have your heads, you have your claws, you're arguing about who's going to get how much of the money as you're walking out. By the time you get out, you really didn't spend too much time down in there, maybe like 15, 30, 20 minutes just finding the area. You take another maybe hour or so to walk back. The sun's pretty much completely set at this point, and you see your familiar archaeologist friend Rodrigo sitting there around the fire with a big smile on his face until you get closer and he sees the scorpion claws on your back and just a really confused and kind of frightened face. And that's where we'll pick back up.
Okay.
It's good.
That sounds good.
All right. So you guys wrote down how many heads you got?
12.
Should be 5.
No. 12.
12.
Wink.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No, there should be 6 that we know of, right? Henry killed 3. I killed 1. Crimpling killed 1. So that's 5.
And then
Then there was two lower halves and 1 upper half, so there should be 6.
Did
6
we find
full
one?
heads.
Did we find one inside one of the scorpions?
Did you guys actually try to dissect them?
I guess
Yeah, that was-
Dolan said, but never rolled on it.
Roll. What the fuck is a dissection roll? Roll me first.
I gotta investigate its mouth.
Sleight of hand, I guess, to see how good you are. Like, cause like you don't want to just like
Survival.
break it open. Dissecting a giant scorpion. You break it. You just completely just sever the scorpion's mouth. You're just ripping mandibles off. But no, he chewed up that head pretty good. There's just a lot of partially digested meats, and like you actually find like some armor and like a license plate. You know, like when they cut open a shark and all that weird shit falls out. That's kind of like this, except for no head.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some of the clothes off of the other gnolls and like just scoop all of that into the bag and like carry it and be like, it's You didn't say it had to be like intact ears.
What's left of it? All right, that's beautiful. All right,
Could just dripping. I just see it dripping.
and we'll pick back up in 2 weeks with you guys at camp.
And a
Sounds
stinky sack of
A
Knoll
stinky
guts.
stack of Knoll guts. All right. That was fun. Y'all got any questions? Any recommendations? Man, these things are too easy. I picked them because I'm like they don't have a lot of health. I'm like, but they hit hard. I was really hoping I was gonna fuck up Henry. I was really hoping I was gonna get him.
Fucking rolling 19 to hit on me and a goddamn 12 on the mage.
I crit twice on complete.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, thanks.
12.
I roll a Cthulhu on this
17?
one.
Yeah, 17.
All right, fellas. See you guys in 2 weeks.
See you
Hit
later.
up the Discord if you guys have any questions.
Sounds good.
Look at
Awesome. See you.
Sounds good. Bye, guys.